Brendan Lee Mulligan talked about actually having a mouth in his back where he can eat that. So I don't think that's
Yeah,
Oh,
but
quite
he
yeah,
said
that's
he
applicable.
said he
true.
wanted that, not that he had that.
Oh, I know.
Um,
That was a funny short.
I'm tempted to just let y'all see the main map, but I guess I'll just wait till you actually find one.
A main
So,
map.
who wants to recap the last session that was so long ago?
All right.
Um,
So what happened
uh-huh,
was
uh-huh.
we were in a basement. It was kind of musty. We found some centipedes that weren't able to hurt us. We found some ghouls that weren't able to hurt us. We found some boxes that we weren't able to break. Well, one particular box we
The
weren't able to
the
break.
boxes were the bigger challenge than any of the enemies.
Yes.
Maybe
And
that's what you
then
gotta do. Just create a bunch of box style
All right,
enemies, man.
from now on,
and then
all
Mimics.
monsters you fight are mimics.
Hey, I got
so,
cool stuff in the boxes.
That's what you did.
After like an
so
hour.
Hey, 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 hey. I
Birdman
was the first
stepped
one to
on
do
an
it.
altar. It triggered a ritual of sorts in which a bunch of ghastly creatures appeared and blocked the exits, but didn't really attack us. But then we fought like an amalgamation of random body parts. I imagine is what it looked like. Like a, it
It was a
wasn't. It
corpse
wasn't.
pile, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't a pretty looking thing. And it hurt. It hurt a lot actually. To fight that thing. Um, but we through combined efforts and not at all because it swallowed the turtle. We defeated
No,
it.
because it swallowed the one person it couldn't hurt.
Yeah, swallowed the one person it couldn't hurt, and then ripped its core out from inside of it. So none of the damage that any of us dealt really mattered all that much. But it was still a team effort. We weakened it a little bit for that to happen. I imagine.
Yes.
And now we're all level 3. Uh, it's taken us a very long time to get used to our new levels.
Actually,
Oh,
before we
we
continue,
actually haven't even
Session
done
over
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was about to say, speaking of, did everybody finish the level ups? And if not, I'm here to help.
I want to say I did. I did everything. I want to say I did everything. But when it
I
comes
didn't
to
do
the
any of it because I needed help.
Okay.
when it comes to the level, the second spells, do those share the same? How do I say this? Because right now
So with
I was only able to have 4 spells.
yeah, with your spells, if you look at your spell section, you see you have 4 spell slots for level 1 and 4 slots remaining.
Uh
And if you
huh.
look down, you have for level 2, you have 2 spell slots, 2 slots remaining.
Uh huh.
However, the
So
number of prepared spells, you have to
Oh.
look at your class and see how many spells you can prepare per day.
okay.
But that's for total spells, not spells at each level.
Uh
Oh,
huh.
so I
Okay.
have some level 2 spell slots as well. I didn't even notice that.
Do you?
It's showing 2 on my character sheet, so this is what it was looking like.
So I
I
got
thought
What
you
does
were a
pro-
Hellcaster. Hellcasters don't get
What does
That's what I thought
proficiency
too.
bonus mean?
proficiency bonus means that's just like a static bonus you get. It should just be +2 right now. It's on your character sheet. It adds to
Well,
everything that you're air quote proficient in.
that's weird.
spell
It
slots
says I
per...
don't,
Okay, so I have
but my character sheet
2.
it says I do.
Oh, okay. That's because you have your spell slots set at full and they should be at half. There we go. So it should be fixed now. Yes. So you only have 3 spell slots, not 4.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Okay, Ringer.
Wow.
Um,
So it says spells known 3. Does that mean I know 3 now?
Yes, you should know 3 spells. That's what it says. So you
I can learn a new one. Hell yeah.
I wanted to see, did
Fuck.
you want a hand crossbow, a heavy crossbow, or a light crossbow with repeating shot?
What are we talking about?
So I can infuse an item with repeating shot. That basically gives it a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls when it's used to make a range attack, and it ignores the loading property if it has it. If there's no ammunition in the weapon, it produces its own.
So you don't have to keep track of ammunition. You don't have to load the crossbow, and you get +1 to all your attacks with it.
Cool.
Do you
So
want that?
Do I want that?
yes,
Wait, where'd this come from?
I can infuse things with magical properties, and I am infusing.
And he has a lot of
Oh.
crossbows.
Yes, I have a lot of crossbows. I have
Like a
like
lot.
5
Now,
crossbows.
do you have bolts that come with that crossbow?
You wouldn't have
The thing
to.
I don't
about it
have
is you
bolts, I
don't
have
need
arrows.
bolts.
Ooh.
It makes magic bolts, so you don't need any.
I'll take it.
All right. What kind of crossbow do you want?
What's the difference?
Light, heavy, and hand. It's all I know.
Okay, I don't know what that
Let's-
means.
Hold on.
I know they have different
Let
weights.
me pull up the weapons.
I know hand is
Yeah,
3
they have
pound,
different-
light is 5 weight, and heavy crossbow is 18.
They have different qualities and.
Oh,
different
Ochu
damages.
says damage dice. Ochu sneaking in the
Yeah,
chat.
that's the main one.
He said heavy crossbow is 2-handed.
So, light crossbow is a simple weapon. It has a range of 80 and then 320, and it is two-handed and it does 1d8. A hand crossbow and a heavy crossbow are martial. I believe you're proficient with ranged martial weapons as a ranger. The range on a hand crossbow is only
Yeah,
30
martial weapon.
and then 120, but it's light and it's one-handed. But it does 1d6 piercing. And heavy crossbow is the strongest, does 1d10, and has a range of 100 and 400, but it is heavy and two-handed. So if you want damage, heavy crossbow. If you want to do like a weird hand crossbow, dual wielding thing, go with the hand crossbow.
I do like damage. I like the heavy.
All right. Well, I will take it off of my character sheet, and you can add it to yours.
I'll add it to yours for you after we do your level up.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
thank
anything,
you.
you may have to. I don't know how to add the infusion thingy on there. So.
I'll do it. So first off, fix your hit points. You already added your maximum, but you can go ahead, since you took a long rest, change your hit points back to full and get rid of your temporary hit points. And add your third hit dice down here. You already put your level up to 3.
Yes.
And if you look at your ranger level up list, at level 3, you know an extra spell, and you get another spell slot. And you get Primeval Awareness, your Ranger Conclave, which is your subclass. And then there's an optional version of Primeval Awareness.
Ochu says she isn't a small-sized creature, right? No, I think she's a
No,
changeling.
she's a changeling.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Primeval Awareness. The first version, beginning at 3rd level, you can use your action to expend 1 ranger spell slot, focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level of spell slot, you can sense whether the following types of creature are present within 1 mile of you, or within 6 miles if you're in your favorite terrain, blah blah blah. But the optional version, which is probably the one you want to go with since you're using all the other optional versions, you can focus your awareness through the inner connections of nature. You learn additional spells when you reach certain levels in this class. If you don't already know them, as shown in the Primeval Awareness spell table, they don't count against the number
Why
of
is that
spells.
so far away?
So basically, you can either spend a spell slot to learn if something is within a mile of you, or you can get Speak with Animals.
I already have speak with animals.
Okay, well you get to get a different spell. Since you already have speak with animals, you get to pick a different spell.
You get to
Alright,
speak with
so
animals again. 2 dialogue options.
Cool.
So you would still have 3 spell slots, but you'd be able to know 4 spells.
What are you doing with my character?
Cool. Okay. God, now that I have
Oh,
to go through.
and actually, you can cast speak with animals once without spending a spell slot. So you would technically have 4 spell slots, but one of them is reserved for speak with animals.
Cool.
So let's do your ranger conclave first, and then you can worry about your spells.
Okay.
So by the way, I do have my stream set
wanted-
to ultra low latency, so I can get like the dialogue stuff if people are talking like right away. I had issues with that before where it's delayed, but
So you wanted swarm keeper, if I'm right.
Yes.
Rat swarms.
you missed being right on knock, Rixie. You're trying to do that, so
What?
you're 1 square off. Yeah.
Oh. There?
So here's the thing for swarm keeper.
The swarm keepeth you, and it taketh away.
Got to do all of Coon's eldritch stuff.
Yeah, and the homunculus.
Yeah.
You at least have the character sheet for the Eldritch Cannon, which is nice.
A swarm of intangible nature spirits has bonded itself to you and can assist you in battle until you die. The swarm remains in your space, crawling on you or flying or skittering around you within your space. You determine its appearance and you generate its appearance by rolling on the swarm appearance table.
So you're to pick swarm of rats.
Yeah! My rats. I am not raccoon.
On each of your turns, you can cause the swarm to assist you in one of the following ways. Immediately after you hit a creature with an attack, they take 1d6 piercing damage from the swarm. The attack or the target must succeed a strength saving throw against your spell save DC, or be moved by the swarm up to 15 feet horizontally in a direction of your choice. Or you are moved by the swarm 5 feet horizontally in a direction of your choice. So rats can carry you, them, or bite them.
So, like,
And-
many things.
Yeah.
God damn.
A tiny
And
set
you
of
get-
Heelys.
The mage hand cantrip,
Whoa.
which takes the form of your swarm. And you also learn an additional spell, first level or higher when you reach certain levels. So it also doesn't count against the number of spells you know, so you get Fairy Fire.
Hell yeah. The hell's fairy fire? Hold on. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light. If it fails a dexterity throw, for a duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible. Ooh. I'm gonna forget everything I know. Holy shit.
Okay, I went ahead and added Fairy Fire and Mage Hand. And you already know Speak with Animals. You could pick 2 more spells from the ranger's first level list.
Cool. God, I'm gonna need so many tabs open.
Well, what's nice is once you already have it on there
Oh,
and
wait.
loaded on your character sheet, you
also
can just
picked-
hit the dialogue box and it pops up in chat.
You also picked Druidic Warriors, so you get to pick 2 Druid cantrips also.
Oh my god.
You went from having nothing to being a full-fledged spellcaster.
Yeah! So much effort. Alright, let's go.
I'll go ahead and add the swarm stuff to your character sheet for you.
Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll just start with Ranger spell list, because then I have to do cantrips.
Oh my god.
Okay. Ranger.
Dude, they added all 610 gear. Are you serious?
Resistance magic in this way, you can use your action to...
is? Oh, there it is. Okay, how do I get this?
The next time you get a creature with a weapon, everything appear in the final get back.
I don't suppose I can make my way upstairs, huh?
A large or larger creature has the advantage of saving throw.
You could just move around the map however you want at this point.
Yeah, I don't know where upstairs is.
Oh, this room is.
Good luck with that. I think it might be like a different.
Yeah,
Map.
it's a different map.
Mhm.
I think you found pretty much everything in the house anyway.
You know he's trying to do some fucky shit. He probably wants to go find the doll again and who knows what. Kidding, of course, but for real though, what you up to?
Drugs.
So many cool things. Next time you have a creature. Okay.
There's still one
Yeah,
tomb we
it's-
haven't explored here.
It's just empty.
I think it might have been sealed.
Yeah,
Wait, is
it
there-
was
yeah.
sealed. It was next to the one with the centipedes.
Oju said Druidcraft
head
and
in
Mold
the
Earth.
Oh yeah, that was the dad's tomb, and it was sealed. But when he buried the dad's corpse, he opened it. There was nothing inside. So
Oh my god.
Did you hear what
that is
Ochu said?
no.
Druidcraft and Mold Earth.
Yeah, Druidcraft is generally.
Is there actually none?
Let her make her own choices. But yes, Strahd is pretty cool. And like Mold Earth and Shape Water are like two of the coolest cantrips that are pretty much only held back by your imagination. You can do a lot of crazy stuff with them.
I'm
So I
actually
was gonna
surprised,
add your
okay.
Gathered Swarm as an attack.
Yeah, I think it was more just kind of a suggestion.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna call your Gathered Swarm Rat Swarm,
Hell
so you
yes.
remember.
okay.
That's the only proper way to tell them.
That is their preferred pronoun.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, no worries, Ochu. I know what
Wait,
you're talking
think I
about.
forgot.
He was excited.
Oh no, I did add that.
Excited
guy.
about what?
Strahd.
Mold Earth and Druidcraft.
I can never spell piercing correctly, even when I'm looking at it. No matter which way I type it, it just doesn't look right.
There's a lot of words that don't look right to me these days. For no good reason.
Oh, there's an area we missed.
You sure? Maybe one of us explored it.
Is there? I don't remember.
Well, whatever this is. I imagine that's a missed opportunity, whatever that was.
I don't know where you're at, so. Do you have your pinging going on so I can see?
It's like here and here.
I can't see your pinging. Oh. Those look like they're outside of a bedroom.
Yeah.
So that's outside of the building.
Yep.
And we're underground.
Let
So
me
I don't think
go
What
anything
areas?
technically should be. You said right here and right here.
Oh, that's just where the guests were hiding.
Hmm.
They just hide in the wall.
I got really lucky right now.
Did you?
What's up?
I got 2 of the venture boxes from my retainer in one go.
I still have never got one of those.
Okay. So right now I'm looking at Hunter's Mark and Entangle.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. That's not what they were.
No, I just don't know. Because I for sure do want to get Cure Wounds because that's going to help benefit me and others.
Yeah, I think I've got a lot of spells that are kind of like that now too as well.
Yeah,
Or
I
something
just
along
need.
those lines.
It would benefit me to be able to actually heal myself as well, since apparently I get in a lot of situations like that.
Oju says Hunter Mark OP, good choice.
Oh, Hunter Mark. Yeah, I actually was really liking Hunter Mark.
Yeah, it's one of the like hunter exclusive spells or
That
ranger
and
exclusive spells.
I do appreciate that it's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's no
So
way.
you definitely want
Did it not
Hunter's Mark?
release them?
You know, I'll go with Hunter's Mark and Cure Wounds.
Oh, let me see. Let me see one of
Okay.
these. I need to look at one of these people who are crafting.
I don't
You're
need to
not level
depend
90.
on them. I can cure myself now.
You're
Because
not level
I
90.
always keep dying.
I need to find a level 90 crafter.
I thought you were talking to me for a second,
No, I'm
and
talking to
then I had
myself.
no idea what you were talking about, so I was like, not towards me.
Okay, so it's holy crap, dude! This person went too hard. They actually pentamelded their freaking tools.
Okay. So I went ahead and added your other stuff into your feat section, and I added the rat swarm to your attacks.
Hell yeah.
So now you
So-
cantrips. So
man,
they're off the
remember?
druid list. So look up the druid spell list.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find. That's not it. Where would it be?
Wait, what? What?
Oh yeah, Druid spell list. That's where it was. Oh god, there's so many more. Okay.
So the ones Ochu recommended were Druidcraft and Molt Earth, if you want to look at those first.
So man, I was expecting more stuff than just this.
Oh, is it Druid craft and what else?
Mold Earth.
Mold Earth.
Okay.
You create a tiny, harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location.
Yeah.
How often would that be needed?
Well, there's the other
I'm
effects
not-
to it.
I'm going to tell you right now, in Curse of Strahd, it's honestly probably not that useful because the weather is always sad.
That's what I felt like how it was gonna be. You instantly make a flower blossom, a seed pod open, or a leaf bud bloom. Again, I don't see that in this personally. You create instantaneous harmless sensory effects such as falling leaves, a puff of wind, the sound of a small animal, or the faint odor of skunk. Or you instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or campfire.
So it's basically just mini nature related magic tricks. Nothing especially OP, but if you're clever and creative,
I'm not
could be
clever or
useful.
creative.
There are also other things, and like you could get a combat spell if you wanted one, but you got that fancy new magic crossbow.
Oh yeah. Choose a portion
Control,
of dirt or stone.
control flame, and shoot water are also good ones.
Yeah, I was looking at control flames. I'm looking at mold earth. So if you target an area of loose dirt, you can instantly excavate it or move it along the ground, deposit it. You can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear in the dirt or stone, spelling out words, creating images, shaping patterns. The dirt or stone you target is on the ground.
Okay,
You
well,
can cause it to become difficult terrain. Instantly can cause the ground to become normal terrain. Oh.
So you're basically a small scale earthbender.
Small scale.
Yeah, it's only 5 feet, but still, there's a lot. If you have enough time, there's a lot of stuff you could do with being able to manipulate the earth within
Yeah,
a 5 foot cube.
actually sounded neat.
You could dig holes, fill in holes, make
I'm gonna fail
different
this.
kinds of structures.
You touch one.
Oh
And
my
then
god, I
control
actually
flame
got
is
it.
the fire bender,
Oh.
gust is air bender, and ship water is water bender. But earth and water are the best ones because I think with shape water you can freeze it.
Oh, that's true.
Ooh, what? Wait.
I
So
was
you can
thinking
shape it
Earth
and then freeze
because I was thinking more of Earth just because we have been obviously more on dirt or stone.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so like
god, are you
shape earth
fucking-
in these tunnels would have been really OP because you could block off this
Yeah,
however you wanted.
guidance.
Guidance is
Oh.
the thing that Franklin has that you should use more.
I use it often enough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you were using it, but like other people who have guidance use it every single time anybody tries to make a skill check.
Holy shit, infestation. You cause a cloud of mites, fleas,
I
or
am
other
so
parasites?
mad.
That sounds
What
disgusting.
the hell?
Appear momentarily on one creature you can see within range. The target must. Okay.
Alright, whatever. Alright, did I have everything? Do I have
Shole
everything?
Oh
Ihu.
wow.
Yahihahuha?
It kind of works with me already controlling shit. Okay.
Those better
What's that
than
one?
the tuna.
Which one?
That you're looking at?
Infestation.
Okay.
Yeah, infestation.
You could just
Ooh.
control all kinds
Unfortunately,
of
poison
creatures.
damage is resisted by a lot of stuff. Constitution saving throws are pretty common skill that monsters are really good at, and you can already force movement by 15 feet with your rat swarm, so it's honestly pretty redundant. You basically just already have the better version of that.
What the fuck? You magic stone. You touch 1 to 3 pebbles and imbue them with the magic.
Not gonna
Beautiful.
lie, that one is actually pretty good with monks.
Yeah. It's
You or
also because
someone.
like druids don't use like metal, so for a ranged projectile, a druid would use a sling with stones, and if you use the spell, you make your stones magical.
That's hilarious.
Could
You
I
or
am-
someone else can make a ranged spell attack with one of the pebbles by throwing
Can I imbue those with other things too? Or if they're imbued, they're imbued.
As if you imbue something,
Holy
it becomes
crap.
magical, Kun, and I don't think you can
So
use
we can't
magic
just
stone on something that's magical.
stack magical effects.
Just as one, yeah. Typically, you can't apply magical buffs to already magical weapons. I don't think, but I might be wrong on that.
Okay.
Ochu can correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm just gonna I'm not gonna just that just sounds hilarious.
Okay.
It's
Evie,
funny,
Evie,
but
Evie.
it's also
Yeah. What's up?
just read what I put in the chat.
Oh yeah, deflect missile. That one's great.
If you were hit by it. Oh, that's cool.
I enjoyed that when I was monk.
You can catch the
Yeah.
missile
Yes.
if it is small enough. Oh, that's hilarious.
And then you can use it as a projectile.
But read the rest. Read the rest of this.
If you catch a missile in this way, you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack with a weapon or piece of ammunition as part of your same reaction. You make this as
Missile counts as a monk weapon for the attack, which has normal
or a
range of
longer
20
range
feet.
of
Yeah.
60. Holy shit, that's funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing as monk. That was fun.
That's funny.
But this rock can only deal 1d6 plus your spellcasting modifier. So for it to do more than 1d10 plus my dex modifier plus my monk level is nearly impossible. So I can always reduce it to 0.
That's so hilarious. Ori, yes, baby.
So you're saying you want her
So,
to throw magic rocks
produce-
at you and you just redirect them?
Yes.
Produce flame might be useful for you since you don't have dark vision. It's not a very bright light, but you could also use it to attack as well as use it as a light. So if you, for some reason, lost your crossbow, you'd still have an attack you could do.
Yeah, I really want these to be like handy dandy, not like attack.
Yeah.
I want to have a handy dandy no
I
buff.
would recommend mending if Kuhn didn't already have it, but it might be useful redundancy. You could use it to heal Kuhn's cannon.
Oh, is that what mending is? It's healing? I didn't even click on it.
No,
Smart play.
mending repairs small broken things, but for his turret, which is like a piece of equipment, you can use mending to. It has a special rule where you can use mending to heal it. But it's useful for fixing small broken things.
Like a cannon that I can make now.
Oh, and it can repair a magic item.
Like a cannon I can
Yeah.
make now.
Yes, baby. Huh? Can you like deal with our child? She wants my
Child,
attention.
come to me.
Thanks, kid.
But if you're looking for support, you could.
Or your
You,
mom could have chosen you to be her
Ochu
companion.
said if you want a good fire cantrip, create bonfire is good until it has attack uses. It's good util.
Great
I never
aid.
looked at it. Create bonfires at the top.
What, Renee? I'm trying to do stuff. That's why she's with you. You're not doing anything.
Crafting on Final Fantasy.
That's nothing.
That's
Anyway,
yeah. That's auto crafting.
you create a bonfire.
No,
on
I'm
the
not auto
ground.
crafting. I'm
Range
actually just trying to figure out where the hell to get out the materials from. I'm upset.
It's okay. You got the same pants to get glad in.
A bonfire one sounds so silly.
You can use it to attack.
You know what else I can use to attack?
Everything.
I don't know. Most things.
But you could get mold earth and shape water, or mold earth and control flame.
Yeah, I have a big thing now that I kind of want mold earth, but I just want to see what else there is. What's this? Primal
Because you
savagery?
get two cantrips.
You channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen.
Oh, jeez.
Ready to deliver a corrosive attack. What the fuck? So I just go rabid on someone?
Yeah. Rabies.
Rabies! Oh, it does acid damage.
Yeah. Rabies.
Rabies! That's kind of...
I see Oju typing, but he's not finishing his sentence.
Maybe he got shy.
He's still typing, so I don't think so.
It's
Oh.
only somatic, so
Maybe
you can
there's
use primal savagery even if you can't speak or don't have any like equipment.
He said, quote, hold on, let me go were rat real quick. That would be pretty interesting.
You're not taking care of my child. She's crying. Stop crafting.
Not actually.
Yeah, if
And
something got
gather
in
any
melee range, you could
materials
use primal
to complete
savagery.
that.
Yeah, that's what that's another neat thing. Resistance. You touch one willing creature. What? Can roll an add roll. So one saving throw of its choice, it can roll the die before or after the saving throw.
So it's like guidance, but for saving throws specifically.
What's up?
What, Renee? I don't even know how to pronounce this one, but it starts with an S.
Soliloquy.
Shillelagh.
Yes, you know what y'all
grab
talking
a
about.
stick, you make it magic.
I don't have
Could be
any
one.
of these.
It can be really good if you have a really high wisdom, because you can just turn any stick or quarterstaff into like a magic weapon
I have a good wisdom.
and use your wisdom to attack. I think your dex is better though.
I thought they were the same.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, they are the same.
Yeah, they are the same.
It doesn't help you, but it does turn into stick into a magic weapon if you wanted to use. You could use either Shillelagh or the Primal Savagery as your melee option.
The primal savagery is kind of getting me. And older.
You want to go where we're at? I think when you level up, you can choose a different cantrip. You can like replace your cantrips. So if you stop liking something, change it out.
Wait, we can change cantrips?
When you level up, you can change out your spells that you know, cantrips usually.
Oh, so I could change on my cantrip then. So there's a cantrip.
Ocher
can
says
change-
ye.
I think you can change out one cantrip.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, thunderclap. It just distracts people in a sense.
No, it does damage all around you. So if you were surrounded, it would be good. But if you're surrounded, you're already in trouble.
Yeah.
Can be heard 100 feet away. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's also real bad for stealth,
Yeah.
but real good for distractions.
Oh my gosh, I actually have to meld all of my gathering gear. I was hoping not to.
So what cantrip were you thinking about switching out, Franklin?
I was gonna switch out Thaumaturgy because I just haven't really been like using it at all.
Okay.
4.
I don't know yet.
Spare the Dying is pretty good if you don't want to, or if you run out of healing spell slots, you can use it to keep people from dying.
While we're at it, I'll change out my spells too.
Maybe do that.
Yep. All right, I'm done. I've got 0 spells. They're all changed
Good
out.
job.
They're now different, non-existent spells.
How do you feel?
They're
Have you
different
felt
types of
published
nothing.
Yes. It's a different type of nothing.
Ocher says LMAO.
enough? Lamau?
Lamau. In all caps.
Lormer?
So it's got to be louder.
Lormor.
Louder.
Lormor.
Not quieter. Louder.
So, do we have decisions made?
I'm feeling someone's rushing me.
Faster!
I'm feeling it again.
So we know you want Mold Earth, right?
Yes,
Okay, I'll go ahead and add that one.
because that look cool as fuck. Also handy. Ori, what do you want? Dog? Oh god, that actually scared me.
Actually, they don't have Mold Earth in the compendium, so we gotta do that manually.
Rook.
Ooh.
Pepperoni,
Pasta.
pepperoni.
This is here and compel it to be.
I'll try and break that chest again, the one that we couldn't break.
Nope. You can bring the chest with you and try and
I mean, it's indestructible. We could just throw it at things.
Maybe it
It
is
literally
magic.
can't break.
if you spend enough time working on something, you can get it open. But if you're spending your long rest resting, then but if you're like trying to get it, well, I guess you are an elf. You can spend
You
4
forget.
hours. I
Yes.
forget your bullshit. That's what
I get
forget.
I get to semi-consciously just kind of chill for a bit for
Okay,
4 hours.
I'll give you the stuff that's out of the chest. If you have 4 hours to work on it, you could try so many different methods.
I've got a crowbar. I've got an axe.
Now I'm between primal savagery and guidance.
Oh, we can download our Saints Row now, Rixie.
Oh, right.
It released today.
Do I want something that hurts or something that helps?
So Primal Savagery would be as good as any of your melee options. It does acid damage, which some things might resist, but it is magical, which would let you hit other things. And guidance, you already have somebody in the party that can cast guidance, so if there's, it won't stack. But if you guys split up for some reason, then you can have one person on each group with guidance.
Yeah, I'll do primal.
Okay.
Tend to our child, Renee.
What's up?
Old Earth is
What's
ridiculous.
up? Huh?
It's only somatic. It's a range of 30 feet. Instantaneous. Lasts 1 hour. This spell is broken.
A little bit, sounds like.
Should make
Yeah,
a bending
watch me
character,
waste it.
an avatar, with all of the elements.
The only way to make it better is if it were a cantrip.
It
is
is.
a cantrip.
It is a cantrip. Question: what's a cantrip?
It's
A
like
cantrip is a spell you can use as often as you want. It doesn't use a spell
Oh,
slot.
yeah.
great.
That's why I keep using Firebolt all the time.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Not fireball, firebolt. They're different.
I
Fireball.
think
Firebolt.
I'm gonna change
Fireball.
it.
Firebolt.
I'm going between Sacred Flame and Spare the Dying. Spare the Dying.
Cause there's punk crocs now.
You targeting there?
Sacred Flame is probably better against undead than Toll the Dead is. Because it's radiant damage and not necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
And Spare the Dying is really good.
But I can only change one of them out.
I think it's one. I'll have to double check.
Is there a kitchen in here somewhere that might have cook's tools? Or cook's utensils?
Yeah.
On the first floor or
They
second floor.
will age after you take them out of the house, but they will still be usable.
Perfect.
I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have to be on here anymore.
What the heck is this? I see an article that says, spiky creature with no anus isn't our ancestor after all.
Nice.
It wasn't
Well, yeah,
obvious.
because we have anus.
Because we're not spiky, duh.
Primal savagery. Cool.
There you go.
Sorry, stop it.
Got 3 spells.
Yay!
Let me add to speak with animals that you have innate once a day.
Yes, my baby. What's
Should say once per long rest, but that's basically the same thing. Alright, which chest was the one you didn't open? I don't remember.
In the room I'm standing in.
I can't see which one that is.
I think.
I should be able to remember once I actually see what's in the chests.
Okay. I went selfish and I got Sacred Flame instead.
Okie dokie. Chest. 11 gold pieces, 60 silver pieces, and a pouch made of human skin.
Fun.
Fun for the whole family.
Hell yeah.
Nobody. I really hope nobody like looks through my bag because I've got the weirdest stuff in here.
Oh,
You got
was
some
I,
See my
macabre
character-
shit.
Okay,
Was I
you
supposed
who
to
could see
add
my character
the-
sheet.
Was I
Just
supposed to add the crossbow?
the lower half.
Oh, yeah. So heavy crossbow.
Yeah, how are you gonna add it with the infusion?
What's the infusion called?
Let me put it on here.
Oh, geez.
Repeating shot. So I can.
Okay.
It is near the top of that text.
Alright.
Jeez, a lot.
I can also enchant something else, which I don't know if I want to do the homunculus servant, if I get a crystal worth 100 gold pieces, or give a returning weapon to somebody. Or replicate a magic item.
Is this a pouch made of human skin equivalent to a regular pouch?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just
You got a
fine.
bag inside your bag inside your bag.
No. I can put the bags in different places. I don't need to put the bags inside the other bags.
I know, but if you put them
Well, why
inside
would
there,
you want to do that? They're more convenient. They're within each other.
you said base
Yeah. Haven't you seen SpongeBob?
and weight reduction.
haven't you seen Doctor Who?
That's cool. Yeah, repeating heavy crossbow.
Okey-dokey.
Alright, what am I putting in the human skin pouch?
Human skin.
Probably your
more
assortment
human
of ears and fingers and teeth and whatever other pieces of bodily harm you committed.
Probably
You're
poison.
not wrong.
You should steal people's toes.
I don't have any toes yet.
Yep, there you go.
Okie dokie. So is everybody done with their character sheets?
I am.
I've been.
Alright, now we're gonna make new characters. No. We're done
Rocks
with that.
fall and you all die.
Get up, I
Alright,
already fell on
so
a thing.
at the end of the last session, you took a long rest. You laid all the bodies to rest in their appropriate tombs, cleansed the curse, yada yada yada. And then now I think you were at the end of the last session. You were standing outside the house, and one of you was asking about the mysterious fog that was surrounding the property.
Correct.
The thickest part of the fog has mostly lifted. It no longer gives off that ominous aura. However, it is still covering half the road, so there's only one direction that is safe to walk in. And that is, I think, west.
So, can I? Is that same interference is still around? I'm still unable
Yes.
to. Okay.
So it seems it was not the house itself that was causing that.
See.
Maybe it's the bug.
I'm waiting to be moved to a different map.
Ooh.
Or are we not in a map at this point?
I mean, you're not really in a map at this point. You just have the road facing one direction with the thick fog covering the other half of the road.
No
Yeah,
other
if we go
toolkits
into-
in this house, I imagine. There's not, say, navigator's tools or
Not really, no.
woodcarver's tools. Okay. I've got cook's utensils now, so that's cool. Not
You
that I
stole the
really have
cook
anything I can do with them.
utensils?
Are you gonna cook
Yep.
human stew?
I might.
Julie, see if they had like canned mushroom or something.
Any food you take out of the house will rot instantly. So
Yeah, I'm not taking it.
I mean, he's already got plenty of other body parts that are probably rotting, so wouldn't be out of
Yeah.
place.
Mildew.
That's mildew.
Okay.
It's like mildew.
Hmm.
Looks like we only have one path to go, unless we want to get lost in the fog.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of scout the road. Just walk down, see if there's anything.
Okay. You don't see anything particularly dangerous along the road, but it does seem like it's a decent walk to wherever you're going. You see some mountains off in the distance.
Oh, God damn it. Mountains.
Mountains sound fun.
What's that?
So sounds like we need to make a long trek.
Yes.
Mountains.
It will take you about 5 hours to get anywhere interesting.
Holy shit. Is everybody ready to start walking?
Might as well be.
I'm already walking.
All right.
Well, I was asking to those who weren't.
So go.
Yeah.
So, what do you do for the 5-hour walk?
I'm gonna kind of just off the path that we can see, right? I'm gonna be off to the side of it, just kind of going through the bushes, going through the trees, whatnot, kind of staying a little bit out of sight.
Can I look for any tracks or anything like that, or did we establish that there's none?
Dude, I just wanted to start talking, and everybody wants to do shit.
Yeah, you can start talking, but go ahead and make a survival check or a nature check for me, Franklin.
Survival starts with an S, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So along the road, you notice there's some occasional wagon tracks. It doesn't seem like the road is frequented very often, but it does seem like it's used from time to time. But more than that, you see wolf tracks, more than you would think for a main road. But that's pretty much about the only tracks you see on this road. But no imminent danger.
Okay. Yeah, I also tell everyone what I see, and smell, and taste. With we got so I'm also eating. We got some wagon tracks, y'all. Wolf tracks, but I think we gooch right now.
How recent are they both?
Not that recent.
Okay.
The wolf tracks, on the other hand, I mean, maybe 2 or 3.
Hours. Days.
2 or 3.
Weeks. Toe beans?
Yeah, sure.
Probably days or weeks, somewhere between there.
We'll just keep a lookout while we're walking.
All right.
I don't know how to start conversations.
So I start.
Did you get playing cards?
I did get playing cards.
Let's go.
I do mention if anyone wants, I can infuse a weapon with returning weapon. If somebody would like that.
Can you do that with the crossbow also being a thing?
Not the same crossbow,
It
but
wouldn't
a
work
different
with a crossbow. It has to be a throwing weapon.
It says a
No,
simple
I
or
mean,
martial weapon with thrown property.
Can you do that and have the crossbow
Yes.
also infused?
Mhm.
Okay.
I can have 2 infusions.
I'm really tempted to have the dagger infused with returning weapon.
Oh, I'm gonna tell Archimedes, thank you for the crossbow.
Of course, you're welcome. Figure it might help out. Who doesn't want to deal with pesky ammo? I know I don't. Were you also thinking about a returning weapon, Franklin?
Nah, I don't throw my stuff. I like to keep my stuff exactly where I like it in my possession.
Understandable.
Yeah. Well.
Can I throw? Can you enhance? Can you like enhance myself with returning weapons so someone can throw me and I
You're-
return back to
You're
them?
not a simple or martial weapon with thrown
I
property.
don't
Oh.
think that's how it works, Franklin.
I'm a turtle.
If you were a tiny little turtle shell, possibly.
Mm.
I think those are throwable in some places. I've read books about it sometimes. So, Leah, you seem interested.
Yeah, but I'm really hesitant about handing over the dagger. So I think we're gonna go with the hand axe instead. Like, I think about it for a minute. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not letting anybody else touch the dagger. So I'm like, I got a hand axe.
I don't know if I need to
That would
touch
be
it.
really
I don't know
fun.
if I can just hover my hand over it, but I know it takes some time, doesn't it? Because it does mention.
That depends on how you work as an artificer.
Hmm.
It does take a short rest, so you'd be working for a decent chunk of that hour with the object, because it's not like something you can do instantly. Because the thematics is that you're actually tinkering with it, building it to do that, but you can do different flavor text depending on how your artificer abilities work.
Could
Okay.
he walk and do it?
So since you use like magic jewelry, maybe you do a little bit of bedazzling on it,
Yeah, maybe I make like a little
or like
metallic
infuse
like
the metal with
wings,
some special.
like a harness kind of going over the hilt a little bit with little metallic wings that make it fly back.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I can make that and then
But
just
yeah,
hand that over and let that be slipped over the weapon.
sure. If you're okay with that, Leah.
Well, it's tough. It's tough. I think just I'd rather it just be on the hand axe and not.
Just so you
like, mess
know, it
with
gets a +1 bonus attack to attack and damage rolls,
Yeah.
and returns
gonna-
to the
It's
wielder's
also
hand
damage
immediately
rolls for the
after it's used to make
crossbow.
an attack.
I think I gotta make sure I.
It's attack and damage for the crossbow as well.
Yeah, we'll put it on the hand axe.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and add +1 to your hand axe's attack and damage.
Yep. Got it. Is that only when thrown, or is it just whenever?
Doesn't
That's just
say.
whenever, right?
Just says magic weapon that grants +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. Returns to wielder's hand immediately after it is used to make a range attack. So I don't know if that
Yep.
immediately
Okay.
or used to make a range attack is with the attack or after just the returning.
So yeah, you turn it into a magic weapon that gets +1 to attack and damage, and then it has a special property that returns if you throw it. So
Okay.
the +1 is not on ranged attacks. It's just when you use the weapon.
Cool.
Nice. You have
Books
both been
all around.
enhanced.
Done. All right.
I have a question. Wow, I don't know what happened to my voice. I used to have leather armor, and I recently got chain shirt. When would that change?
Whenever you equip it, I'm imagining.
Um,
Probably either during the rest or the walk.
yeah, you can equip it with armor. There's specific rules for how long it takes to put on a suit of armor, but you can just do that whenever, like during a short or long rest.
Okay. Oh, because I got it
There
earlier,
are
so I guess, yeah.
stats for chain shirt, but I'll wait for it to load. So chain shirts have an AC of 13, and they are medium armor.
Cool.
Versus, you said you had leather armor?
I had leather armor. I left it behind when I took my chain.
So I do mention
Did
if
you check
anybody.
which one was better?
He said, "Did you check to see which one was better?"
I did before.
So I don't actually know what the stats are on a chain shirt.
Oopsies.
So a chain shirt gets 13 plus dex modifier max 2, so you only get to add 2 of your 3 dex modifier. So that'd be a total of 15. And leather is 11 plus dex, so that'd be 14. So yeah, the chain shirt's better.
Oh.
So let me make sure you did that on a character sheet correctly.
So I do kind of mention as well that if anybody comes across a gem or crystal worth at least 100 gold pieces, I would be interested because I can make a little servant for us that can help serve the party.
Servant?
A homunculus servant.
Did you add the
Sounds
chain
nice.
shirt with the compendium, or did you just type it on your sheet?
I'm pretty sure I just typed it because I didn't know how it works. Since I think
If
Archimedes
you add
found
from
it
the
and I took
compendium,
it.
that has like stats.
Hold on.
Likely do like the algorithms for like the armor. So I'll add it again, and now your armor class is correct. And then I will delete the whole chain shirt. There you go. So you have an armor class of 15.
Ooh, now you got the same armor class as me.
There you go. Alrighty. So anything else you want to do during the walk? Any more conversations you want to have?
Then I asked, Archimedes, you said what kind of gem are you looking for?
Gem or crystal worth at least 100 gold pieces.
I have a necklace with the topaz on it worth 750.
I don't believe I'd
With
be able
that.
to use that. I wouldn't be able to combine gems, would I? Or use like a gems amount?
I don't think so. I think you would need 1 gem worth that much.
Okay.
Wait, I think I'm mixing up numbers here. You said a lower number, right, Kun?
He said 75.
Yeah.
I need 100.
No, I said
He said
750.
750.
Oh, I only heard 75. Well,
I also heard 75.
yeah.
I heard 750 and I was like, wait, 750 is definitely more than 100.
Yeah, I heard
Why do you need
75 and I was
another
like, that's
gem?
close. If
Yeah.
I just get 25, worth more of gem.
You could use that if you had like jeweler's tools. You could probably also cut that into smaller
Oh.
jewels. But part
I
of
do have
the
those.
price is the necklace itself, and not just the gem. So I'd say probably 50. That is the necklace. So you can turn that gem into like, if it's the spell you're trying to use is consumable, you can turn that one into 7 uses. But if it's not consumable, you can just use that more powerful necklace over and over.
It doesn't specify under infuse if it is consumable or not.
Sorry, my
What's
mom
the
called.
infusion?
Homunculus servant.
Do we have to go pick her up?
No, she gets picked up at 10. I'm good, thank you.
Okay, Franklin.
No, we don't have to pick her up.
We?
Okay,
I
so
don't
it
wanna
doesn't get used up, but the way I imagine it works is like the gem is like the power source of the servant.
It does
So
mention
if
that
you
it becomes
ever,
the heart.
so yeah, if you ever undid that infusion, then you could use the gem for something else.
Okay.
So does the price of the gem necessarily change the
Doesn't seem like it does.
homunculus in any way?
You can use a more powerful gem for a spell that has a lower cost. It's just usually a waste.
Okay.
So if you
So I
wanted
say
to
let's go ahead and
cut
wait and see what
that
we can
gem into
find.
smaller pieces, you could use
I do
the
have jeweler's
100
tools.
and then sell the rest of it.
Yeah,
But
so
that would be something that would take like downtime to do, to cut a gem like during a long rest.
yeah.
We have our rock apparently.
Well, I mean, it was talking and infusing the other the axe and stuff. But if anything, if you don't mind, I do have jeweler's tools, and next time we get some time, I can cut that down into
Sounds
pieces
good.
and break that up for us.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna make a bunch of homunculus?
Oh, can we make 7?
I can make 2
Ah, damn it.
because of my infusions, but then the returning weapon and repeating shot would be gone.
It's so cool. Make 7 of them.
I didn't read through all of the stuff with it, but it does have its own stats and everything. Its own stats and skills.
I mean, it would basically be like a radio network.
Yeah.
So if we ever got separated, it might be a good idea to change it out for the 2 of those.
Well, I can also make sending stones as well, which are like little walkie-talkies.
Oh.
Which is a separate thing as well. I can make lots of shit. So if you got ideas.
I think when you make sending stones, it makes a pair, so you could use your 2 infusions to make 4 sending stones. And...
Yeah. I could do that.
I
But
don't think I
then,
have sentence right now.
returning weapon and repeating shot would be gone, and no homunculus.
Yeah.
But I think the homunculus can also go and converse. I'd have to read through it all and make sure. Or at least to some
In
extent,
the
something
languages
like
that you understand.
that. It does say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yeah. Which is not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, I think I accidentally have Mind Sharpener included on this. Which I'll have to edit off of there. But yeah.
So, traveling down the road, what do we see?
So if you
Is
don't
there
have
any
more
billboards?
conversations to have, no, there's
Yeah,
not.
I wanted to have conversations, and no one else
Yeah.
wanted to have conversations.
We was talking
Were
about
we
gems and
talking?
stuff.
5 hours to talk.
Well, I guess I'm technically closer to Franklin at that point. I
Are
was
you?
gonna ask Franklin, fuck, what was I gonna ask him before everything happened? Oh, so what were you doing before all of this?
Sorry,
If you don't mind me asking.
Oh no, wait. Okay. Got my backstory. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually kind of what I wanted to do.
I was living on the
Backstory
farm.
time.
Well, we Tortos come from small villages, and we were chilling, vibing, farming.
Cool, that's it.
That's it.
Oh, that was it.
And we don't do much. Like, my character just has a very boring backstory.
I'm sorry.
Yet there's
say
a
your
whole
story
TV
again?
show.
I don't think I was paying attention.
Oh.
It was so short. It flew over my head.
Yeah, we just, I was just living in a small village with my buddy, Bear, who went missing. And, then eventually we went to that one town where all that stuff happened, where I met y'all. And now we're here in this, dimension of weirdness with dead kids.
He mentioned they were farming and vibing.
And we was farming and vibing too, what we do on the farmland.
Oh, God.
Cows, goats, chickens,
Turtles.
turtles, hoes.
I regretted asking him. I don't even know how to continue that, man. I'm thrown off. I'm so thrown off. I don't know how to continue this.
I'm slowly developing my character.
Are you? It just sounds
Yeah.
like your idiotic side every single day that I have to deal with.
It's a slow burner.
Just like-
How would my boy react to that? Holy shit. That's my thought process right now.
Hashtag unrelated. Unrelatable.
Oh god damn. Okay.
You guys couldn't have further backstories from each other if you tried, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that I know about the bear thing, and he just like half sentenced that, and then was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah, we
We're
here.
good. We're here.
Vibing.
Yeah,
Farming.
farming, goats.
Good times. Good
I'm really trying to help people with their like what they were doing and shit, and that first one didn't help.
Well, then turn to another character and ask them.
Okay, so I'm pretty much just gonna go. That sounds like a fun life, except for your friend. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just gave her a thumbs up.
I wasn't gonna say anything. You just gave me a thumbs up in real life.
Do you ever want to talk about your feelings? I do. I know, David. I'm sad. I know, David.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm just gonna like awkwardly just look away, and it's like, what about you, Archimedes?
Well, was looking to meet up with an old professor of mine and one of my previous colleagues because he thinks he found something interesting. And when I got there, I ended up getting a letter that he was no longer alive anymore. So, kind of still trying to figure things out because I was in a college but found out that I don't quite do magic like anybody else does since I make little trinkets and things. So, still trying to process that and kind of move on from it. What about you, Leah? And Knock?
Archimedes. It means that you're special. You're you're bringing the new age of magic into the world.
Might be, who knows? But a lot of people don't think the same way.
It just sounds like you're unique.
Because they're stuck to the old ways, man. I should know. I'm old.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure the dwarves that taught me appreciate that as well.
I might just take my fist out to fist pump. Fist pump.
Fist pump.
I hold my hand out thinking he's trying to hand me something.
I just use hand. I just do the up and down thing.
Just
When
like,
you wait.
it's just like,
So what about you, Knock and Leah?
oh god.
Leah's
I'm-
still just rustling through the side, like off to the side, in the trees and whatnot. You know, keeping up with the rest of the crew, but
Wait, you were in what?
In the
not on the
trees.
path. Yeah,
You're just walking off the path?
yeah.
What?
The woods feel pretty comfortable.
Okay.
There be energy left.
I'm gonna say, I'm not very comfortable with talking about what my life, but the most I will say is I'm just trying to find someone and live my life.
If you mention their description, we might be able to help you find them.
No, it's okay. I'll find them on my own.
Okay, if you insist.
Sorry, I don't want anyone to be involved in what's happening in my life.
None taken.
I don't want anyone to die again.
Again, it sounds and Leah's ears kind of like perk up. They're like, you know, I might be able to help with that. Is there someone you're looking for to take revenge on?
Maybe the child's curse. I have a thing for that.
What do you mean revenge? How can you help with that?
Leah kind of like takes out a brochure and it's like, well,
I have a
see,
wonderful collection of packages.
Would you like
Yeah,
a
I
toe,
have-
a ear, a finger, a head?
I have a lot of different services I can offer when it comes to the
Yeah,
market of
they're really big
revenge.
on the East.
Pull out the sack of human skin and open it up and start showing things off.
I'd be more than happy to assist you in a professional manner with this trouble that you're having.
Like you would hunt him?
Well, hunt, it's kind of a strong word, but yeah, you could say that.
Well, there's only one issue with that.
Well, there's
Uh,
always more than one issue.
Mine's more on a personal note, and I wouldn't want to hire someone to hunt him. I want to kill him myself.
I can understand that. You know, I have a lot of non-lethal services I can offer. We could definitely bring this person to justice.
We're gonna find her and bring her to justice. Katrina, kinda. They both start with a K.
What the fuck?
Nobody.
Oh my. I mean, yes, but like.
It's Frank Caliendo talking about
Every-
impersonating George W. Bush, talking about Hurricane Katrina and Al Qaeda.
You just all look at our communities like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
You said I was special.
Right, how much of that skooma have you been drinking?
Skooma. I haven't tried that one before.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I've been following you guys for quite a while, and it wasn't like a camaraderie thing. You know, like a lot of people would be interested in the company, but I had a feeling. I had a feeling we weren't done yet. You know, there was definitely something about that person that got away that kind of irked me the wrong way, if you know what I'm saying. And I feel like there's some unfinished business there.
This is where I butt in and I go, wait, you were like stalking us?
Yeah.
Did I just look? Did I just look at everyone else like, should we tell them? Is it all the stealth spells? Like, should we?
How long do you think you've been following us for?
How long did you think we? Yeah. I'm just gonna.
Haven't noticed.
You know, since we left the festival, basically.
So you're telling us that you've been sneaking, unnoticed, stalking us and following us this entire time.
I mean, I hope you don't count it against me.
No, you're fine.
I can't
Sure.
count it against you if I haven't noticed,
No, yeah.
but I did.
So are you holding it against him? Her? Tora just messaged in the D&D chat for those who can't see on the stream,
I
just
saw
that he's
that
dying
fuck-
over here.
That is too funny.
What the?
The
Comedy.
auditioning sob.
All of it.
What?
Yeah, for those that don't get the joke, they knew the whole time.
Yeah, we knew the whole time that we were being followed.
Because a certain somebody has expertise in perception.
Yeah.
Certain somebody else is rolled very low on every stealth check.
It was literally both
Very,
things.
very
Yeah.
You,
Both
you
things.
are the
It was
like
a combination.
I have a +6 on stealth.
I
And those
think
have
you
been my roll.
succeeded once against the party.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man.
Dice have decided you're not good at stealth.
I'd like to discuss the terms of our agreement at another time. I'm okay with that. But just know, I'm here to offer my services if you need them.
Well, thank you. For
Can I
offering.
have one of the brochures? Do you have an extra one?
The brochure is just like a blank piece of paper that you pulled out.
Oh,
It's not actually like a brochure.
okay.
Oh, and I was gonna say, and I'm sorry about that man earlier, but we might encounter him again if you stick with me. So I
Perfect.
advise not to.
It's just like, that's why I'm here.
That's why I've been following you guys unnoticed this entire time.
Quote unquote unnoticed.
Alright, so after about five hours of walking and funny banter, you finally get closer to those mountains and notice it's more of like a valley that you're in. And what you see, the fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming in.
Oh.
Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gates, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence. And I have a picture.
That would help,
pictures.
because your mic kind of cut out a little bit. So picture would help.
I like pictures.
I like totals.
Ooh.
Oh.
Whoa.
So can we kind of see if the
It's
fog
way more
behind us have
impressive than I
disappeared?
thought it was. I know the
Right.
fog is covering the road behind you. It's dissipating in front of you.
Oh, okay.
That's like that reminds me of something from Elder. Yeah, Elden Ring.
Yeah.
That's what the feel that it gave me. And I haven't even played it.
So we've got
Yeah.
2 headless statues and a gate in front of us and a giant wall. How big is that wall again? How tall?
Yes.
Too tall.
Big.
How tall?
Big.
Very. Much big.
You can see the picture.
I think
don't
he's
have-
pretty much. I think he's pretty much
it's-
saying that
It's big
if you
enough
try
that
to
I don't
climb
have
it, you
numbers.
won't be able to climb it.
It's big enough that I don't have numbers.
I probably could climb it.
I can fly
I mean,
it.
you could, but
We're
then
gonna
you'd have
be
to climb down
over
the
with.
other side.
We're gonna be over with everything before you even come down from the wall.
The gates are open.
Gates are open. What's on the other side?
More road.
Can
More
can I
fog.
like can I
Not
like
as much
can I like look around for like any signs or markings, so like any like intels of like
Yeah, I
other
was like,
people
can I
being here?
inspect around? Is what I was gonna ask.
Me too. I want to notice stuff.
Uh,
I learn stuff.
Yeah, if you guys want to make individual perception checks, or if you want to do a group perception,
Ooh.
just be the person with the highest
That's your
bonus
guys' choice.
rolls with advantage.
Yeah,
I
we could do the
think-
high.
I think I have the
I got-
highest perception.
I
Yeah, I don't know
got
about
5.
that.
I think doing
I
group.
have 7.
I have a whole
so you
two.
said
Pretty high.
with advantage?
No.
Yeah, so it would be knock with rolling with advantage.
Cool.
Oh, just knock one.
I mean, I guess one of us can help knock, and the other person can help.
Yeah, we can do that
right?
too.
We could probably
Yeah.
do that.
I'll help knock, and then Leah can help out me. So go ahead and roll your son. There you
Oh,
go, 2
nice.
points.
You don't see too much of interest, unfortunately. You do notice those wagon tracks do go through the gate in both directions,
Mhm.
and some wolf tracks, but you don't really notice too much else. The gates are very old, but they are open.
I'm hesitant to pass through between the two statues. I'm gonna throw my returning weapon at the head of one of the statues just to
They're
make sure it
headless.
doesn't move on its own.
They're
Okay.
headless.
He's throwing it
Yeah,
at the
but the
heads.
heads are lying on the feet down by the door. Yeah, your weapon plinks off of it harmlessly.
Nothing moves?
Nope.
Okay.
So, could I do like a kind of like history check to know what this is from historical texts?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay. Oh, I didn't. Okay. I thought I rolled accidentally with advantage again.
So, huge, massive gates and stonework like this aren't common. So you think back and you vaguely remember hearing very old tales about a massive gate like this with the two statues leading to somewhere called the lands of Barovia.
Do I know anything about the
But
lands of Barovia?
there was some sort of warlord or prince or count or something that went on a bloody warpath, and the lands of Barovia are essentially where it ended and where he built his castle. But beyond that, you don't know much else.
Okay. I at least relay the pertinent information to the group based on some
This
vague
sounds like fun.
recollections. Sounds like there's
With
knowledge and
new-
history ahead.
With a new vigor, I am walking confidently through the gate after hearing this story.
Okay.
Before anything, actually, can I cast aid?
Hey, don't give me
Okay.
AIDS.
Yeah, go ahead.
AIDS?
What does aid do?
On everyone.
Oh.
I get to choose up to 3 creatures that target each character's hit points maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
Oh.
And it's an 8-hour duration.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice. So
Go ahead and increase your. Who are you targeting?
All 3.
so
Okay,
everybody but
everybody but
himself.
yourself?
Everyone but myself, yep.
Okay, so y'all get an extra 5 hit points.
Should I just do it as my current, or should I increase my maximum as well?
Increase your current, because if you increase your maximum, you'll get confused
Okay.
when you try and
Yeah.
undo
Because
it.
yeah, when it gets undone.
I couldn't do math. I had to figure out what +5 was.
Oh, I just clicked plus 5 times.
Oh, I mean, fair. I could have done that too. Yeah.
Let the mouse count for me.
All right.
Dungeon 1. All right.
So as you all move through the gate and into the path beyond, the gates behind you close shut.
Is there any indication of what caused it to close shut?
There is not. You don't see any mechanisms to do it on this side, and you didn't see any on the other side. There might be something within the massive mountainous stonework, but nothing you can tell from the outside. But there doesn't seem to be any sort of welcoming party. It's just the road before you and the doors closed behind you.
Is it latched shut?
But as you look before you, you could try and open it, but you're not nearly strong enough to do that. I'll tell you that right now.
You are right. I have a
Even if
negative
it
2.
wasn't, even if it wasn't latched shut, the 4 of you working together would not be able to open that door.
Oh,
Is the wall higher than 135 feet?
I don't know. 'Cause
Probably.
I don't have a good visual idea or brain for distance.
I'm trying to scale how big the things are. Those
Statues.
guards were. Yeah, the statues.
Mhm. I mean, if you look at the picture, there's a man on a horse for scale.
And he's a ways away.
He's pretty far
Yeah.
away, yeah.
Bah. So they're fucking big.
Maybe 2 or 3.
But beyond the gate is the forest continues. And you see towering trees whose tops are lost in the heavy gray mist, black out all but a death gray light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of unvoiced screams.
Ah, the feeling of home.
I need to turn Discord off. I'm just gonna mute that channel. Because all I mean is boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Mine was like that with some work chats today.
So what do you want to do?
Perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
I'll give you advantage, sir.
So roll again.
Well, that didn't work.
You can also use guidance for skill checks.
I'll try perception as well,
That's
I
fine.
suppose.
Okay, I will give you advantage then.
There you go. I'm good.
Okay, nice.
So you don't see anything in your immediate surroundings, but if you're continuing to pay attention as you walk,
Oh, always.
Yeah, it sounds like good sense.
Especially
after
more.
after walking for some time, you catch the scent of death on the air.
This is backwards.
I'm gonna say, guys, we need to be careful. I smell death near.
What kind of death does it
It
smell
does.
like?
It does seem to be coming from somewhere nearby. So it's like not just like a pervasive smell of death. It's like something nearby is making the smell. I figured I should be specific given all the ambiance
Yeah.
the setting likes to give out.
Good point. And what direction is the smell coming from?
Can I know which direction it's from?
Yeah, you could try and follow the scent. It is coming from off of the road. Do you want to follow this?
I think it might be a good idea to know what we're up against if we chase down the scent to find out what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, do you guys want me to follow the smell of this or ignore it?
Just point a direction.
Okay,
I think
then
we're with
point-
you.
All right, I'll point to a direction, and we're all. I guess whoever wants to follow, we end up going.
I'll be in the
Okay.
back.
It doesn't take long. Only about 15 feet from the road, hidden in the underbrush, the foul scent leads you to a human corpse. The young man appears to be a commoner. Bloodied clothes are torn and raked with claw marks, and crows have been at the body, which is surrounded by paw prints. And he's obviously been dead for several days, and he has a crumpled envelope in one hand.
Oh, I guess we were. Wow.
My instinct to throw weapons at it is itching again. Want to aim for the head.
Okay.
Eh.
This one is so stupid.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
You just wasted that.
Well,
Okay, your axe sinks into the head of the corpse.
I'm guessing it's dead.
Congratulations.
It's dead now. It's definitely dead now.
I mean, that's what I said before you threw an axe at it.
Listen, we
could've been
already fought
undead.
undead.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
taking no chances.
See, we're on the same page. I was just gonna stab it with like my spear or something.
And then returning weapon.
Okay.
Now I kind of look over at Archimedes like, this is cool. I like this.
I'll just grab the paper.
Archimedes looks like a proud father.
Okie doke. I need to find the correct letter.
Yes, Archimedes loves
L,
informations
L.
and letters.
The right one. I can't tell because there's text over the title.
Oh,
Yes, that's the right one.
Wrong, baby.
Oh, wee. Okay, fine.
oh gosh. Okay.
Oh.
Hey. Oh, she got her ball. No,
Would
hold
you
on.
like to read it aloud? Not.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me eat my chip first.
No. Talk with your mouth full.
Okay.
Hail,
Hail-
might
oh.
and valor.
Hail thee of might and valor. Ori, stop. The Burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire?
Vampire.
For over yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the life blood of my people. Now, my dear Arena languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. This is much wealth. Oh, there is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. I don't know how to say his name.
Kolyana Indrovich, Burgomaster. Or Kolyana Indrovich.
What's a Burgomaster?
It's like a mayor.
He's
Oh.
a burger master.
It's a fancy word for mayor.
He owns the fanciest McDonald's in the land.
The letter is dated, I believe, 1 week ago.
Is it
So he was
stopped?
going to go kill a vampire.
I think he was probably going to deliver this letter to somebody else. Or spread it amongst the adventurers.
Maybe.
Calling for help
Over
to others.
400 years.
It is difficult to know the intent of a corpse.
Nah, just ask it.
There's a spell for that if you have it.
I don't
think that we have it.
What do I
I don't
have?
think I have it. I don't think I have it
Speak
yet.
of death.
I can talk
Yeah,
to animals.
I don't think I have it yet. Do I?
Not yet. No.
No, not yet.
Clerics get it, but I think it's like 5th level. Or like you get it when you're 5th level, so it's like a 3rd level spell.
He would kind of have trouble talking with his head split in two anyway.
Yeah, that's also true. I think for Speak with Dead Dwarf, they need an intact face.
He
and
does not.
you definitely undid that.
Untacted
Can you
his
imagine
face.
if one of us actually had it and you would have been like, well, he can't talk anymore.
Listen,
You'd be like,
it could have
"Fuck!"
been. It could have been an undead. We've already seen undead. I'm just,
That's why you
Nah,
covering the
I'm
basics.
pretty sure he's just dead.
Well, now he is.
Now he.
Well, Franklin could have always
Um,
casted Detect Undead.
I don't have that anymore.
Oh.
It sounds like a job to
Oh.
me though.
Yeah, I don't need to detect undead when I have the who
Okay,
throws her
so-
axe at everything.
So we have vampires, and now we have paw print tracks or wolf tracks.
And crows. Vile
Crows,
beasts.
and
vile beasts, Commonwealth,
No, the crows are the
adventurers.
vile beasts.
yeah, really.
We got
So while you are standing 15 feet off the road, lingering, off in the distance, you hear the howl of a single wolf.
oh,
It's interesting. It
try
only
cane it?
sounds like there's one. Normally, you would hear more chime in afterwards.
And about 6 seconds later, you hear another one.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, cool. Love it.
I don't know that we need to get involved with that. I'm hunting a vampire now. I don't think we need to deal with werewolves or wolves or anything like that.
I
What if
think
they're
we're
like-
already dealing with it.
Vampire werewolves.
Cool.
And as you stand there and discuss it more, you hear a third wolf join the chorus.
Okay.
Yep,
cool.
I'm walking back to the
we
road.
should probably
We
just-
found
Yep.
it.
We
It's
should,
just- it's
keep,
just-
we should continue walking.
Go
Alright,
back to the
let's go.
road.
Y'all,
Alright.
y'all have a
As
good meal,
you,
provecho.
Return to the road and continue walking. You don't hear any more wolves.
Oh, okay. Can I step off of the road? Didn't see if I hear the wolves.
No.
Okay.
It depends on how long you want to linger off the road.
Just
6 seconds, maybe?
all of a sudden, like step off and then back on the road
I'll-
mid howl.
I'll just let you know I can copy the wolf tokens as much as I need to.
On the road again.
I love how this book has rules for if the players are standing around doing nothing. That's my favorite part about this book.
That is very interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
No, yeah, it has very specific rules and timings for what to do.
So we're just continuing down the road.
Yeah, I'm going to continue down the road.
Okay. So yeah, this road is gonna take a lot longer than 5 hours to get anywhere interesting. But after about a full day of walking, a full rest of the day, you reach the edge of the woods and it starts to open up into more like hills and plains. And way off in the distance, you can see a village. You can see lights, very, very few lights, not as many as you'd expect, but it seems like this might be a spot to make camp now that you're out of the woods. And the sun is beginning to set.
Was the fog only behind us past the gate, or has it still kind of been following us?
It's foggy, but it's not that thick creeping fog that gives you a sense of dread.
Okay.
So it's still misty and gray and bleak, but it is not like a thick, deadly encroaching fog. It seemed to have stayed behind the gate.
Okay.
I'll look at the map and see if I can measure.
So how many buildings we got here in this small village?
It
Parts
still
of the
seems
village.
like it's at least another day of travel away.
Oh,
But
so
it
we're
is
just kind of
it is not very. It's yeah. You're just out of the edge of the forest.
Oh, so I guess we just make camp then? For now? I ain't walking when there's wolves out there.
Yeah, we might as well post up.
Yeah.
When I see them starting to make camp, I just kind of climb up the tree at the edge,
You and
kind of
trees,
looking
dude.
into the woods,
No, it's not as
Just
far. It
hugger.
says
just kind of meditating.
it actually says it's 1 mile from the gate to the edge of the forest. I don't know how long it takes people to walk.
A mile?
I'm gonna stick with what I said.
A mile takes about 20 minutes to
Oh.
walk.
I was about
The
to
road
say,
is a lot longer.
Okay.
And it's a winding path. I decided.
I'm more than happy to
So
keep
the-
walking.
Yeah, the village would probably be about 2 more miles then if you want to make it to the village. Then. Yeah, 2 miles.
You guys want to keep walking? In the
I mean,
dark?
I feel like either the wolves are going to show up if we're here, or the wolves are going to show up if we're there, and one of these two locations is more favorable to the wolves.
It's true.
Does everyone have torches?
I got a torch.
I do.
Wait, do I still have my lantern? This is probably ran out at this point, right?
Wait, there was a box
I mean,
of
you
torches,
could
by
have
the
put
way.
it out, and there was a box of like 30 torches and a whole bunch of candles.
I still have a bag of
And
15 candles.
if you have more oil, you can just refill your.
Yeah, I still have 2 flasks because I never used it that one time.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have needed to use it the whole time you were down there. After you were done clearing it out, you could have turned the lamp off. So you've still got enough use of that lamp.
I do still have a bullseye lantern with me as well that I won't need.
Should we just use torches for now? Just in case something happens and we have to run for it. So I'll use a torch.
Seeing them light up torches makes me question what the downside to lighting the woods on fire would be. And then I decide against it and just follow them.
It's pretty. I mean, yeah, you could think about it, but it's very misty and damp, and the trees are very green despite how bleak the environment is.
Oh, I just don't want to hurt nature, you know? Like, I know it would kind of like scare some stuff off if we lit stuff on fire, but it's like, we don't really need to do that now. We just
Or you
keep
might
moving.
make the wolves mad. And I don't
Sure.
want that either.
All right. So as you continue walking, you approach the village. Tall
Oh.
shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. Tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. Windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance. And we are gonna go to town map.
Oh wow.
Cool. Wow, this is
Oh.
quite a big town actually, to me.
Where do we come in from?
I believe you were coming in from this side.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, there's that lone one over there that might be something.
This one? Or this
No,
one?
to the right. Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It looks like it might be something.
Possibly.
And there's that
feel
big
like-
one down.
I feel like these squares are not to scale.
Oh yeah, definitely
No.
not.
Those are tiny buildings.
It might be little mini people.
Little dog houses.
It's just an overview map so you can get your bearings.
Yeah.
So you're starting out on this side. This is where the death house used to be before the rewrite moved it out of the village.
Oh.
Because it didn't make sense that such a extremely disturbed and haunted house would be in the middle of the village.
Yeah, especially with, everything else that goes on.
Yeah, and you didn't even fight half the stuff that was.
So, as we approach the village, I'm looking for any signs of like life or anybody like kind of looking around, and then I'm gonna try to unseen like climb up on top of one of the buildings to get like a vantage point and like catch some get some
Quote,
bearings and see if I can
unseen.
notice like what kind of structures are around like points of interest.
You don't see too many people around, especially none that are really paying you any mind. The village seems pretty dead and quiet, except for that mournful sobbing you hear. And I need to look at everything and figure out where everything is myself. All right. So did you roll something? Okay, stealth. All right, you can. These houses are like not very big, pretty close together, so you can get on top of the roofs pretty easily. So first off, it's starting to get late, so things are starting to close down. This building in particular looks like it's still got some lights and some smoke coming out of the chimney. It looks like a tavern.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the bigger buildings in the village.
Looks like the biggest.
Down down the main road, I believe. Most of the shops seem to be closed. A lot of the buildings here seem to be closed and like boarded up or abandoned, especially the shops. But this seems to be one of the few shops that's still open.
Okay. What kind of shop is it?
We'll have to go visit to find out.
Yeah, you have to go visit and find out. As for other buildings, up on the hill, up here is the church, a graveyard,
Okay.
Okay.
and the mournful sobbing can be heard in this direction. And the other big building is a mansion right here.
Okay.
And it seems
Alright.
to be most of the important buildings.
Okay. We got mansion, shop still open, tavern,
Church with graveyard.
church up on hill.
Church.
And sobbing near the store.
Yes. So where would you like to go?
I would like to go to the church on the hill.
I'd like to go to the tavern.
Alright, splitting the party already. Good job.
I was
Hey,
like,
they didn't say where they're
we
going.
can all just go to the store first because it's on the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No,
I
you
wanna...
all split the party. One person going to
Yep.
the church, one person's going to the tavern, one person's going to the store.
See,
I
I
was
assume the
going-
rest of the
I was
party's going to the tavern.
I was split between tavern and store.
I'm going to the store.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
never
go
know
to
what
the
kind-
store because I want to get some oil.
Oh, you know what?
Okay.
Good point. Let's go to the store.
Alright, so
Except
you
Leah.
three will do the store first while Leah's traveling to the church. If that's
Unseen.
okay with Leah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, approaching the shop, the sparse light from the building spills out behind heavy drawn curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads, Bill Drath's Mercantile. The establishment is about 70 feet long and
70 feet long and what?
I think
Oh.
Discord's doing its
Shop
thing
on
again.
Yeah, we lost you
Oh.
for a bit when you said 70 feet long.
70 feet long, 40 feet wide.
Okay.
Okay.
And I don't have, weirdly enough, a token for the shopkeeper. So inside the shop is the shop owner behind the counter. You can assume is Bill Drath. I don't think I have a physical description on him.
Interesting.
But he seems to be eager to make some money, and his prices. He sells anything in the adventuring gear table in the player's handbook. Only items that are priced lower than 25 gold pieces, but he sells them at 10 times the price.
What the fuck?
He is the only store in town. And if you bring up an issue with prices, he will say, if you want it badly enough, you'll pay for it.
Okay, how do we find that list and table?
The adventurer gear. Adventurer gear.
Yeah, adventuring gear.
Acid, alchemist fire, antitoxin, arcane focus, ball bearings, block and tackle.
This doesn't mention
book,
anything with prices, it just has a list of items.
caltropes, candle.
Oh, I guess if we scroll down a ways, it has the table.
Yeah.
So anything under how much?
Under 25 gold pieces with a times 10 markup.
Okay.
But I think oil is like stupid cheap.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing Oh, there's a flask of oil for one
Oil,
silver
flask,
piece.
1 silver piece, so it'd be 10 silver pieces to 1 gold for a flask of oil.
Okay, so 10 silver pieces is 1 gold.
Yes, I believe everything except electrum pieces work off of like the rule of 10, and that's why no one uses electrum.
Gotcha.
Either 10 or 100. I'm pretty sure it's 10.
Okay.
I'm almost certain it's 10.
They're looking around and shopping.
Yes. So while you guys are shopping, we're gonna go to the church.
Okay.
So hopping from rooftop to rooftop with as much stealth as I've rolled so far. I want to go up to
Yes.
the edge of the village, looking at the church. What do we see?
Atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft. So yeah, I should mention there is a big castle that is basically like on a huge hill overshadowing the whole village.
Okay.
In which direction?
But it's not in the village. It is behind the church.
Okay.
Stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. The church has obviously weathered the assault of evil creatures, of evil for centuries on end, and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load.
Does it look like there's like public access? Is this like a church people would visit for like services?
Maybe once upon a time.
Not anymore. Okay.
Not anymore.
I'd like to like stealth my way in to like a main hall of sorts. Is there one? They have like an
Well, if you
altar.
approach the doors, the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
From the outside?
Yes, the outside of the doors. So it seems evil creatures have attacked the church a lot.
Alright, I don't want to open the door.
Okay.
Alright. So we'll just seeing that we can't go into church, we've made it like this far. I'll just do like a short ceremony in honor of you know who, and we'll do that whole thing. Be like, we'll get a connection established at some point, but there's obviously something weird.
Gotta
going
get
on
better
here.
signal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we'll go back to what I assume is the tavern where everybody else went.
Okay. All right. Has everybody done their shopping?
Oh, you guys are already
Any
done?
questions?
I looked through all your second page.
Yeah, I'm still looking a little bit, but does he buy anything?
If you do try and sell something, he'll try and buy it from you for half the price that I listed for you. And he does not haggle.
Half the price that you listed? Oh, okay.
What if we
So, like I
auction?
told you, like a gem is worth 50 gold, he'll buy it for 25.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, well, I'm not interested in anything at the moment.
I don't know. Ah, but it's so expensive.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
If you want it bad enough, you'll buy it.
I don't know if I want it bad enough.
Oh, that's only lawful neutral. I thought you'd be lawful evil.
Why is that?
Signal whistle.
Because of the price markup. I know he's the only shop tap 10 times. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why it's
Is
just
it
kind of like whatever. Like, not gonna get the
Oh.
money you're looking for.
Yeah, cause goddamn. Cause I don't think we need anything. Soap.
If it looks like you're perusing and you're not gonna buy anything, he's gonna kick you out and close up shop.
Ooh, wait. Can I only have so much
Can you what?
money. I wanted to buy rope. No, it's fine. I don't want anything. Shit's expensive.
Okie dokie. Kicks you out and closes up shop.
Ah, cool.
And then
I-
y'all can see. Oh, go ahead, Leah.
Do I see this happen? Is this the commotion that's happening?
Hold on, I will be right back.
It's not like a commotion. It's just like get out, unclose it for the night. Because it is. Well, the sun is pretty much gone down at this point.
Well, that place was a ripoff. Would you guys care to go to the tavern?
You said there was some weeping, right?
I'm back.
Yeah.
I want to head towards the weeping.
Okay, it's just around the corner from the shop.
Right.
So,
I
Strahd see
tell
them at
them
this
I
point?
tell them that I'll meet y'all. I'll meet them at the.
yeah,
tavern.
you can see all this, Leah.
Are you sure you want to go alone?
That's up to y'all.
Archimedes is always interested in knowledge and will tag along.
I follow.
I didn't hear some of that because I got a phone call, so I know we got kicked out because we weren't gonna buy anything.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Archimedes wasn't planning on buying anything anyway, and kind of like walked out of the shop before it happened.
Oh, it was a
Okay.
walk-in shop. I thought it was just like kind of like he had like a window open with the stall.
No, it's a walk-in shop.
No, it's a big building.
Wow.
By like what, 40 by 70 feet or something?
Yeah, it's a huge shop.
It's actually this building right here.
Oh yeah, I knew. I just didn't hear the walk-in part.
Renee, it was huge. How would we see everything if it was just a? Never mind.
Oh, there's
So
a token.
you walk around the shop, find the source of the crying. A moaning sob floats through the still gray streets, coloring your thoughts with sadness. The sound flows from a dark two-story townhouse. Oh, I guess she's in the house.
It's what?
So yeah, she's inside the house.
Oh, okay. With this house?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should just go.
That's a lot of loud sobbing. If we could
There's
hear
not
from
a lot of sound dampening in this village.
I guess if it is kind of quiet and there's no other people about, I can see that. So I guess we kind of come up to the door and look around, and I guess I'll knock on the door. Kind of ask if everything is okay.
Her sobbing does not stop. And she does not seem to come to the door. She sounds like she's on the second floor.
You want me to break the window again?
No. Being very rude.
I guess I
Is
can.
there any like rocks I can like throw like at the window?
You mean like pebbles?
Yeah,
The windows are boarded up
Mm.
from the inside.
That's concerning.
I don't want to be rude as hell and just break in.
let's not break in. Let's not break the door. Let's just open the door by picklocking it.
If it even
You
is
even check to
locked.
see if it's locked?
Did
Oh.
not.
Can I check the door's locked?
The door is locked, but it also seems to be barricaded from the inside, much like the windows.
Mm.
She
So
has
we have
to
two
get out
options here.
somehow.
You guys can keep caring about this, or we could go to the tavern
What about
and
the
revisit
chimney?
this in the morning.
Guys, if she doesn't want to be bothered, I don't know if we should bother
All
her.
right.
If
To
anything,
the
we
tavern.
can check back with her later on.
Yeah,
See if
yeah,
the
yeah,
stabbing's
yeah,
still
yeah.
going on in the morning. Because curiosity may grip Archimedes in that time. Okay.
All right,
Alright,
so
to
you're
the
heading to the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Why does everyone have? Wait, where's
Yeah,
my
I was
token?
gonna head to. I
Gotta
don't
drag
know
it.
what my thing is. Drag?
You gotta go to your
Oh, that's
character
right.
sheet and
That's
drag
right.
it
That's right.
on here.
All
Oh,
right.
you
so
both just appear in the show.
a single shaft of light thrusts illumination on the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
Mm. Ominous.
And inside the tavern, there seems to be one human male drinking by himself in a corner table, sipping wine. There's a dead-eyed bartender behind the bar, cleaning glasses, and there is, I believe, three other people sitting around. I think they're at one table. Yes, three other female humans sitting at a table near the front door. They briefly introduce themselves as the owners as they let you go inside the bar to get whatever drinks you want.
Do you guys happen to have any rooms available for the night?
Oops, I put them on the map later. Yeah, we got rooms. One of them says.
I'm guessing the others will get
How
the bartender.
many? It's not the bartender. It's one of the owners. The bartender doesn't even seem to acknowledge you. Just keeps cleaning the glasses.
While they do that, I'm gonna go up to the bartender
Okay.
and sit at one of the at the bar.
Not sure if you guys all want separate rooms or if anybody's sharing rooms.
I'm fine sharing. I don't need I don't need a bed.
So how many people are in here total?
4 or 5. If you
4
count
or
the
5.
bartender.
Bartender, 2 owners, few other
3
guests.
owners.
3 owners.
Three owners and 1 guest.
Okay.
This guy.
All right.
So yeah, I'll just say rooms cost 1 gold each. But as you go sit at the bar, Franklin, this other guy will stand up from his table at the corner and will come over to the bar to join you and will offer to buy you a drink. And he will introduce himself as Ismart.
Is smart?
Ismart. ISMRMARK.
See, my bird friend over there is also smart.
He'll laugh a little bit at the joke and say, humor. We haven't had that in Barovia in a long time.
What
Tell
do you
me,
mean?
friends, what are you doing here?
We're just passing by. We're looking for a specific person.
A specific person, and just passing by, you say. Well, that's unfortunate for you
Yep.
to have found yourself passing through Barovia.
Yeah.
But here, let me buy you a drink. And he will call for the bartender to bring you some wine, which is the only drink they have. And the bartender will almost robotically get a glass and fill it with wine and bring it to you.
I wanna. And what do you mean it's been a while since you've had laughter here?
I mean, can't you tell from the atmosphere?
It does look very woebegone. What happened?
Not so much as what happened as what's been the status quo for many centuries. We live under the shadow of our Lord Strahd. There's a list of what information he knows, and I need to find it because I'm stupid and I don't remember. Be nice if all this was in an easy place.
So if anything, Archimedes asks about the biggest room they have. And then if we want to end up getting 2 rooms, Archimedes will just end up paying for it this time.
Yeah, you can do that.
We get 2 rooms.
Just based on people's preferences.
Yeah, we could share 2 rooms. I mean, I sleep in my shell either way, so.
Archimedes is probably going to be tinkering a bit through the night with the item that Franklin mentioned to him to make it into some smaller gems.
Sounds good. If we sleep throughout the night, would that be considered a long rest?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Leah is kind of still just kind of surveying the surroundings and seems to be preoccupied with some thoughts.
I thought I had this bookmarked, but I guess I don't. Okay, I found it.
Did he say they were
So he'll actually say that, no, actually the Devil's Strahd. That was my mistake.
Oh, the Devil's Strahd. Okay. So you're telling me he's here?
Of course he's here. He lives in the castle that shadows our village.
Castle? Is a castle here?
Castle Ravenloft. Might be perhaps a bit hard to see in the dark and the mist, but it is up on the hill past the church.
Oh.
And confirmed, did see.
Would visit.
Are you telling me you really don't know where you are?
No. Well, because of the thing, this is a Barovia, right? Or what it's called?
The Burgomaster?
No, the town name.
Barovia? Yeah, Barovia.
Yeah.
Well, the lands of Barovia are cursed by the Devil's Strahd, a curse he placed on our ancestors for sins long forgotten. During the day, it's mostly safe enough as he needs to rest in his coffin, or so I've heard, but at night is when he and his vermin come out to torment us.
What do you mean by torment?
They clawed our doors, attack anybody who's not inside of a residence. You're only safe when you're indoors or across a river. Vampires, you see, can't enter a residence without an invitation.
So I might be a
As long as
vampire.
you stay in this inn for the night, you should be safe.
Where's the nearest river?
The
Just
nearest
yells
river.
across the freaking.
Right? Not that I'm listening or anything.
I mean, it is kind of quiet, and you guys did reference me.
Tavern's not that big. You can come over and join.
Archimedes is
hi,
curious. There's
This
information being
river,
exchanged.
you all might have seen it. It is the Ivlis River. It's just south of the village. The road actually crosses it, not too far west of the village.
Hmm. How come you guys haven't made another village over there to be safe from him and move on?
Well, most the people here are not really in the right mind to move, and building a village takes time. It wouldn't be safe, truly. He can't cross the river, but his minions can.
Understandable.
And of course, no river is truly endless.
It's true. I mean, if they can't cross oceans, then technically there's some that are. But
Okay, we'll just make a moat around him.
I would like to ask if he knows anything about the weeping lady.
What was her name? Ah, yes, Mad Mary. Yes, she's been distraught for some time. Her daughter went missing. And, I fear it may have broken the old woman.
How long ago did she go missing?
Mm, Good question. About a week ago. That was the last time she was seen.
The letter.
hmm. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and deduct my 2 gold pieces for the rooms, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what else to ask.
Is there any sights we should see while we're in town?
Well, there's a few other locations. There's the town of Valaki, and the village of Krizek. Uh, but you say that like you plan to leave soon.
No, just trying to see stuff around town while we're here.
Oh, well, around town, there's really not much else to see except the church.
What is there to see at the church?
If you're religious, it's
Leah
church
just
like
kind of
any
chimes
other.
in. Leah chimes in. It's like, not much. I was there. The door's locked.
Well, it is getting rather late. The devil's minions are sure to be out soon. You might have better luck in the morning.
Oh yeah, I don't expect that we'll be out sightseeing here at night. At least, maybe not tonight.
Well, I certainly hope so. So, what brings you to our lovely village?
I thought we already said.
A couple of dead kids, you know. A family of what's the word? Heretics. They were all dead though.
Yeah, not bad. Not by us. We didn't do it.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, most people in the lands of Barovia are dead or dying. Seeing if he has relevant information on that.
Before we close up for the night, I'd like to just kind of get another look at the shop.
The shop's already
They're
closed.
closed.
No, I mean, like, how well barricaded is it?
It's pretty well barricaded, just like the rest of the buildings.
Hmm.
You can see some similar claw marks on other doors and windows like you did at the church, but the church definitely seemed worse off than any of the other buildings that you've seen in town.
Okay.
Just
Also fire marks? Or just claw marks?
Yes.
Fire and claw?
Some fire, yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you want me to buy you more drinks, I'm always happy to oblige. It's not often we get company here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Is there any weaknesses to these vampires
Also,
besides
don't drink.
thresholds?
Well, I've heard that they can transform into various creatures, such as a bat or a wolf, or even mist, and that sunlight is supposed to hurt them, but we don't really get sunlight anymore in Barovia. Not really, anyway. But besides running water or being in a residence, I do not know of any other way to harm such a creature.
They allergic to wood.
Not that I've ever heard of.
Okay.
While I'm observing the buildings, does it look like the second floors are also have like claw marks and stuff on the windows?
Not as much as on the ground floor, but there does seem to be some. You can deduce possibly bats, and not so much flying wolves.
You gonna ask? I'm gonna ask.
I had to make sure. Had to make sure. Okay.
Is there anybody
they
manning
happen-
the church?
Yes. Father Donovich. He also recently lost his son.
Good to know.
I think we met that guy.
Who?
Well,
Donovich?
his son.
The son is what Lee is thinking.
I find it highly unlikely, considering how I heard he perished. Unless you were at the Devil's Castle.
Must have been
And he
another
gave you
floor
a-
soul.
He gives you a quizzical look.
All the last names sound the same to me.
We never did hear what the messenger's last name was, or his name at all.
Messenger?
Yeah, the person that had the letter. Assumed messenger. So the person that had the letter with them that we found in the forest. We don't know exactly who they are.
Well,
Well-
they had a name.
Oh, I know the letter had a name on it, but
Oh, the person.
Yeah.
It could have been the person though.
possible.
I'm just saying the timeline matches up.
I want to ask him
It
if
it
he
wasn't
does
a
know.
son, it was a daughter.
There was a daughter in the letter, but the person that was dead, I think, was a guy.
They're speculating that the messenger that had the letter was the son of the priest.
I want to ask him
You guys
if
you guys are going too far.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that. I was just clarifying that. I want to ask
Get
if
on your detective hat.
Kolan Indovich, the burgomaster, is still in town.
The burgomaster, my father. You could say that. He passed away recently.
Oh,
I
really?
was actually wondering. You all seem like a capable sort, and it's not often we get visitors. I was wondering if you could help me with something.
What do you have in mind? Also, how did he perish? Of the same sort that's been attacking the village?
Well, the Devil's Strahd seems to have taken an interest in my adopted sister, Irina Kolgana. And he has plagued our home with attacks night after night. And it Seems our father, his poor heart could no longer take the constant assaults, and he has recently perished from the strain. But Strahd has some sort of obsession with my sister, and I was wondering if you would agree to help me protect her.
Where at is your house at in the village?
It is the mansion at the south end of the village.
Okay. This one here.
Leah kind of steps in, kind of rudely, and is like, "But how much does it pay?"
Well, it does say in the letter that there is
It says she
much
was
wealth
bitten.
entrapped in the community.
I feel like he overlooked the fact that she was bitten.
Yeah.
And I like whisper that. No, I like whisper that. I'd be like, he's overlooked. He hasn't spoken the fact that she's been bitten.
Archimedes just kind of silently nods.
I'm looking to see if it mentions how much money they have.
This guy is a wealth of information.
Yeah.
I was pretty much gonna ask, and what do you know of your sister, if she's fine or not?
And I would also kind of mention, why is the sister not with him here at the tavern?
Okie dokie, give me 1 second.
We're gonna talk this guy to death. I mean, he's like one of the first few willing people we've had talk to us in a while.
Yeah.
You guys had a crying lady. You guys were about to like bust into her house for.
Of course.
Well, you mentioned payment, and I can't find any sort of money that they possess. So the answer is whatever you can loot on the way there.
So, here's the thing about that. Leah's gonna.
Here's my
kinda
brochure.
Check out of the... Yeah, just gonna. I was like, all right, well, so somebody's having trouble. Oh well.
Nope. Okay. So what were the questions you were asking then?
Nock was going to ask if he didn't. She was going to ask, I think, how his sister fared.
I was asking
or adopted.
if he knows if his sister is all right or not, or if something has occurred to her.
All right. I want to make sure I get this information. I read all over this, all of this before, but it's been 2 weeks and my brain deleted it.
You had important samurai stuff to do.
Pretty much want to
For
know
some
if he
reason,
ends up.
I just can't find the information I need.
I pretty much just wanted to know if he
mentions that she's been bit.
Yeah, if he's gonna bring up the information we already know.
Yeah.
But the other side of that, if the information is relevant and more handy, I was going to ask if why she's not here with him, and why he's here alone at the tavern.
Well, my father had mentioned she was attacked by Strahd before, but he seems to be waiting for something. As for how my sister is doing, she is well enough as can be expected, although she does not wish to leave our father's body without giving him a proper burial, which is part of the reason I need your help. Because even walking her from our mansion to the church would be dangerous enough.
Even during the middle of the
They
day.
live in the mansion.
Yes, it was our father's mansion, and we are his children. It is, I guess, our home now, though I don't like to think of such things.
So even during the day, it is too risky to move to the church.
Yes. The devil may need to rest in his coffin, but his spies and his minions are everywhere. And they do his bidding.
Archimedes looks over at the other people in the tavern, lightly suspicious that they're already amongst us. Also suspicious of the individual we're talking to, just in case.
I'm suspicious as well.
Well, if you're suspicious, do you want to make insight checks?
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about that.
Okay, I guess I will assist you with insight if you plan to make an insight check.
Okay. Well, there was the same fucking number.
Guidance.
Okay, roll a d4 and add that to your number.
Oh, well, there's that. Leah, the one who's been quiet, just watching everything.
Totally checked out because there was no reward.
So he seemed to be forthright and honest, but Leah, you notice the three owners of the tavern seem to take a little bit more interest in the conversation as it drifts towards Strahd and Irina. But they don't move from their tables. They just seem to pay a little bit more attention.
Are you choosing to let us know about that or not? Leah?
Leah?
Oh,
Hi.
my mic was muted.
Oh, yeah. We haven't heard anything since you were.
So, seeing this, I'm gonna walk over to their table and sit down, pull out the dirt that I've developed a habit of fiddling with, and just stab it in the table and just kind of like move it left and right. I'm gonna look at them and be like, "So, what do you know about the conversation?"
What do we know about what conversation?
Russian.
I'm just giving him an accent, make him different.
Most of these last names do appear to be Russian-esque.
I look down at the dart and kind of move it around a little bit, and I look back to them, like, and just kind of like gesture toward the rest of the group.
And they just look at you.
Well, that's just how she is. So,
I was like, that's a lot of text all of a sudden.
I just accidentally clicked on something.
Okay. Just reading your spells. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the three owners don't seem to be particularly bothered by Yulia.
Pretty much at that point, Leah just has my attention and what the hell's going on.
Archimedes is paying enough attention that he kind of starts detracting from the conversation, but kind of mentions we should probably talk at another time. I think we're all getting tired and might need some rest. I know at least I am. Been walking for a while.
Yes, well, if you decide to assist us, you can find us at our mansion. I've probably lingered a bit too long. I should hurry home. And he'll pay whatever bar tab you guys rack up during the conversation, and then he will leave.
Like him, he was a nice man.
I kind of think one or two of us should probably make sure he gets back safe, since it is starting to get late, considering all the stuff he's told us.
don't know, man. I don't want to put my ass on the line.
I think I'm
Uh,
gonna follow secretly then. After I kind of mention
Okay.
to everybody what's going on quietly.
Yeah, you can fly. You can fly. You're fine.
Plus
Beware of bats.
stealth.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Archimedes is more stealthy than expected, but he's never had a need for it until now.
Owls are one of the most stealthy birds, so it makes sense.
Who?
Ooh.
Uh,
When they
so
go,
you
when
follow
they
him
go out.
to the mansion. I'll give you a little bit of overview what you're looking at. A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself, yet against the walls the growth has been trampled down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw marks have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
Okay.
He was probably underselling how badly their house has been getting assaulted.
Well, it sounded pretty severe. That's what kind of made Archimedes more concerned. Mainly because he's a wealth of information, and we don't want to risk that. At least Archimedes doesn't. So, does his trip home seem to be uneventful?
It does.
Okay. Once he seems to get back inside and secured, Archimedes will head back to the tavern then.
All right.
So,
You don't
well,
encounter any trouble.
while that's occurring, I'm gonna look at the person that I've sat next to and be like, I know. Like trying to get more information out of them, like pretend that I know that they know something.
I know that you know that I know that you know.
All right. Are you trying to make any sort of intimidation check, or are you just? Oh,
And I have
okay.
+2 from the hat I'm wearing.
All right. At that, they shift in their seats and glance at each other, but they don't say anything as they look back at you. You have more business with us?
I think you have more business with me.
One of them just raises an eyebrow.
All right, if that's how you want to play this.
Oh,
And
I
I
was gonna
and
come.
I
I wanted
scrape
to
the
come.
table as I pick up the dart and kind of put it back in my pack and walk away.
I was gonna help, but okay, never mind then.
One of them looks like they want to make a stink about the table, but from a look from one of the other ones, they let you go. Seems like your insult may have, or your deceptions may have found some purchase, but they don't seem willing to start any trouble.
You get back to the
So, go ahead.
Does anybody want to
yeah,
drink? So we're
back to
gonna
the
go
rest of the
sleep.
group.
Archimedes wants to go rest to work on the splitting the jewel up and processing. Everything considered.
I want to know how bad the attacks are, and I don't know how I can view that without being outside.
I don't
Well,
think.
let me know what you want to do.
I don't think I have anything to do that, but I imagine if they're bad enough, we'd be able to hear stuff throughout the night.
Yeah, but I mean at the
Oh, at the mansion.
yeah.
Possibly could post up in a
I am
nearby place.
notoriously I'm just notoriously bad at stealth checks, so if I make that decision, this could end very badly.
Yeah.
Actually, actually, I think I could get away. I think I could get away.
I mean,
But that's
you could find a place nearby that might be, emptied.
yeah, well. So, I'm going to yeah, we'll go for it. We'll see how badly this turns out. So I'm gonna try to be on.
Pretty sure I also
Well,
not map as the rest of you.
Hmm?
So I just realized I'm not on the same map as the rest of you. I was looking at a different map.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, we were kind of moving around and
well,
stuff. I was wondering why you weren't moving his token and stuff.
I really want to know. All right. So I'm gonna go outside. We're gonna climb on some rooftops and hope to hide and see if we can get more information on exactly how bad this situation is going to be at night.
Well, Leo's gonna die.
You only need to rest for 4 hours, so how long are you going to be out here?
Hmm. Well, I don't need to. I don't need to sleep.
So you're going to do your meditation on the roof?
Yeah, while I'm trying to like hide there.
Okay. So throughout the night,
Doesn't sound like a good thing.
you're able to pay attention from the shadow of the chimney that you decide to hide behind, which gives you a pretty good view of the mansion. And over the course of the night, different creatures come out and assault the house, mostly wolves. You see some bats trying to smash their way through boarded up windows. And even some undead rise from the ground and try and bash the doors and the windows in. One of them even lighting a torch, which uh, someone from inside the house manages to put out with a bucket of. You don't know what the liquid is, but considering the dilapidated state of the town, you have some unsavory guesses. It's the shit bucket.
Lumpy water.
But yes, over the course of the night, they are indeed attacked by many different types of Strahd's minions, mostly wolves.
While
But
I'm
none
seeing
seem to be able to reach the house with much success.
while I'm seeing this, I'm gonna mark down in the cultist logbook that I've got in my pack, just kind of like keeping tally of how of like the number of things that I see. So like every time I see a bat, I jot another like a mark next to the number of bats, and when I
Okay.
start seeing like the undead, I mark like a new column for number of undead. I'm keeping tally as
Yeah.
on.
It's a lot. It's about maybe 20 wolves, a whole swarm of bats. Probably too many to accurately count.
Okay.
And then maybe 5 or 6 undead.
Okay.
One with opposable thumbs that can light torches, supposedly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one seemed to be maybe more of like a ghoul or something, a little bit more intelligent than just a zombie.
Okay.
Possibly even like a vampire spawn. It's hard to tell in the dark from that distance, but if it's able to light a torch, it's smarter than a zombie.
Okay.
As for the rest of you, Archimedes, you're doing some gem cutting.
Yeah. So,
how exactly are you going to go about it? Are you just using the tools, or are you using a particular skill alongside your tools?
oh. Hmm. I mean, I have jeweler's tools. I don't think I really have any skill. Hmm. Yeah, I don't have any skill or spell to my knowledge that I could use alongside it.
Okay. So just the jeweler's tools. In what manner do you think you'd be like? What sort of ability score do you think you're using to try and cut this gem? Are you cutting it fully out of the necklace and then carving it into like symmetrical pieces, or are you just taking off a chunk of the jewel?
Hmm. I'll probably pull it out and then probably try to cut off two pieces that would be worth about 100 gold pieces each.
Okay. So we'll call that 2 skill checks then.
Okay. I'd like to use Arcana, at least for one.
There should be like a toolkit proficiency on the.
Yeah, there's
It
a
says
toolkit proficiency,
query.
but there are rules. They made them clear in the playtest, but it is actually in Xanathar. If you're able to use a skill and a tool on like the same sort of thing, then like the tools will give you advantage with that skill check. And given the nature of the way your magic works, where you're able to imbue metals and gems with magic, and the fact that you are cutting these pieces off specifically to use as spell components and channel magic, I will absolutely let you use Arcana with your jeweler's tools.
Okay.
You can roll Arcana with advantage.
Okay. So I'll do that.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, you are proficient with jeweler's tools and with Arcana, so that is a critical success.
I done it.
So I need to think of an appropriate, or you can think of an appropriate escalation of the task you were trying to accomplish. So you have sort of like what would be a critical hit on this task that you would do?
So I guess I managed to separate the jewel successfully, and there happens to be instead of I guess coming off in two pieces, it comes off in I guess 4 separate pieces. That kind of split up the value evenly.
Okay.
So I guess it'll be whatever 700 divided by 4 would be for each jewel piece, and then
I'll even let you maybe increase the value of those separate individual gems if you want,
oh okay.
because the value of gems is partly based on the size of them, but also the way that they're cut.
Yeah.
So you might be cutting this expensive gem into smaller pieces, but those pieces don't necessarily have to be a fourth of the value if you cut them expertly enough.
Okay, so I guess they'll probably be worth about 200 gold pieces per. So that'll be a total value of like 850, and then unless the necklace itself increases in value too, and that'll probably just go up about 50 as well.
Well, the necklace is separated from the gem, so you could probably put one of the gems back in the necklace,
Okay.
and then add 50 on the value of that gem.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't even think you need to make that check because you were gonna do 2 checks. But I think with a critical success, with double proficiency, basically, this is basically your ultimate expertise.
Makes sense. Okay, so how do I add that to my sheet?
Just go ahead and add.
Because I didn't have that on my sheet to begin with. I know Franklin had that.
Oh, the necklace. Yeah,
Yeah.
Franklin. Can you post what the necklace was?
Yes, the necklace.
And then take it off of your character sheet, unless Kuhn, you want to give back.
It's kind of what I want to
the
see.
slightly less valuable necklace.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I imagine how this plays out sort of is like when you cut the gem, you were trying to just get like a piece that was a decent size, but the way in which you cut it, it's like a specific type of cut that's more valuable than just like the size itself.
Yes, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah. So like you were going for like an emerald cut and ended up with like a radiant or like a princess cut or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
So,
I
so
have
four topaz, each worth 200 gold.
yeah, and then I'll put a little bit back in the necklace, I guess.
Okay,
The
so
leftover.
so a platinum necklace with a topaz worth 250,
Yeah.
and then 3 topaz worth 200 gold.
Okay.
I love crafting. It's so cool.
I'm just happy I've so far survived.
So,
This could have been worse.
if it's mentioned, Franklin will consider giving it back, but if anything, he'll just kind of hold on to it for now and then discuss that later with everybody. But proud of his work,
Okay.
he likes to hold on to it and admire for now.
All right. What about Franklin and Knock? Did you do anything special during your long rest? Franklin, Knock, you reached your subclass, and your rat swarm has begun to manifest.
My rats.
Want to do any? Want to do any special roleplay with that?
Well, it can't replace what I had, but I mean, the only roleplay I can really say is to have my few rats with me, and just to treat them like the family I've wished I had still.
Can she send her routes out to like scout the village?
I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't know if that's something she can do right now.
Oh, okay, got it.
I will double check. Because right now you can use them as part of an attack to do damage or to move yourself or an enemy. And you can use them as a mage hand. And as part of like, you can use them as like flavor text for your spells, like Fairy Fire.
Hmm.
At 7th level, you can use them to fly
What the fuck?
somehow. Yeah, because the swarm is meant to be like flying things,
Hmm.
like insects, twig blights, fluttering birds, or playful pixies. So you can
Rats
use
of
them to
all
lift you up.
things.
Yes. I think what we had discussed was like just a huge pile of rats that lift you up, and like
Yeah.
the pile just keeps getting bigger.
Mhm.
But they're spectral, so it's like flying, but it's just more cartoonish. And then at 11th level, they do extra damage. You can knock people prone.
Oh,
So you
cool.
can't use them as scouts, but if you wanted a rat, you could use as a scout. You could try and find familiar some way. There's a feat you can do, or you can multi-class
I'm fine
to
with
do
what I
something
have
like
right
that.
now.
Or you can find and befriend a rat to speak with animals. What about you, Franklin?
No, I'm just chilling. I mean, I don't really have anything much to do.
Yeah, I'm just playing with my rats. Wait, we're in 2 rooms. Who's bunking with who?
Good question.
That is up to you. Archimedes was too tired to try and figure that out and was exhausted by the conversation.
If I might
Mia
make a
is not in a
suggestion.
room.
Yeah. If I might make a suggestion, it would probably make more sense for Knock and Franklin to be in a room, and then Archimedes would be working alone in the unoccupied room, since
Yeah,
Leah
works.
is sleeping on a roof.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the edgy little PC she was meant to be.
Archimedes intended for,
I'm
everybody to
not
be in
gonna
a room,
lie,
but
100% I would be doing the exact same thing Leah is doing right now. That's how I play my characters. I once had a character that only traveled by rooftop because his streetwise skill was so it was in the negatives that I joked he didn't know what street was.
That's funny.
I miss negative skill checks. That was a fourth edition thing. I took extra measures to make my streetwise as low as possible.
I mean, I still technically have some negative skills and skill checks and stuff, so.
Yeah, but I mean like real negative, like having a one ability score.
Ah.
Anyway, besides Lita's observation of the horrific assault, your night is uneventful. So you didn't use any. If you used any spell slots or anything, you get to recover those. Franklin, in the morning, you get to redo your spell list if you want to take any different spells.
Oh yeah, was Franklin going to recast Aid possibly? Because that most likely expires.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that
that
definitely
expires after
expired.
8 hours.
That expired on the
Spider-Man.
walk here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll recast date on everyone.
Oh.
I have to
Except for me,
somehow.
who's
Yeah,
still-
I guess everyone besides.
Fine.
So I'll cast
So
it on
as
myself.
soon as you,
So
I think we'll probably leave this session off here then,
Yeah.
and I will make sure I am more prepared for the next session.
oh, no worries.
It's alright.
This is a good point to leave it off because it's about to get
Saucy.
a little bit more complicated. Yeah, we're about to
Yeah.
get some.
I think that was
meet
great.
The lady from the letter and start a quest properly, unless you all decide to fuck off to who knows where.
So
Yeah.
you might want to not forget about the homunculus and my eldritch cannon.
Yes,
Okay.
I will
I'm.
do my best. Not forget about that.
Okay, I'll try and remind
need
you
one.
beforehand too.
Okay, bye.
Alright.
Bye.
That was an interesting campaign.
It was.
I wanna
It's a bit more
make a
RP
note
based.
so I know. It was 4 undead.
About 5 or 6.
Yeah.
We'll just
Five
say
or
You know
six.
what you know what I should have yelled out when my rats were coming in? I should have been like, I'm the Rat King.
So
Just
5 or
randomly
6.
in the night, we just hear that.
We saw.
I
We saw
can't
how many
wait
wolves?
for-
20 wolves.
Yeah, 20. I can't wait for Nox rats to battle Strahd's bats.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did send you the picture of the pigeon. I'm gonna try to find a more robotic
Yeah.
looking pigeon, but I think that one's pretty good where it's just like paper. So I kind of like mold paper, I guess, around the gems if when it's needed.
Please don't drop anything.
That's actually pretty cool. That's actually really cool.
That's a
I
call out to
know.
Zarsai and Arya who really wanted me to become a pigeon.
Jen.
I'll try and get someone like Ochu to help me with the tokens for those, so I do them correctly.
I am taking a note on my notepad about the stuff that's there.
I just gotta get better at improvising. So I'm like,
You did
I don't
pretty
know,
good.
let me check the book, and then the book is like, we don't have that information.
Yeah.
You should have
Like
used
the
that
reward,
one
I'm
from
like,
Clash
how?
Titans.
So the book really just crosses its fingers and hopes y'all are good of heart. As far as helping her goes, it doesn't mention anything about her work. The letter does mention if you kill Strahd, you can take whatever you want from all the villages. Like he
Yeah.
has the right to give you any of that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, I'm more than happy to fight the vampire dude because that like there's like some motivation there, but like helping this lady out, it's like, I mean, we'll do it by mistake, but
I mean,
I don't know, man.
as far as you can tell, the vampire wants the lady, so hoping the lady thwarts the vampire.
See, those are more. The bottom two are more owls, but that is an owl that I've considered. That's from an old Power Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have the robotic owl, the time owl, I think.
Yeah.
I considered that, but pigeon.
Was it? Was it Time Force?
I think so, something like that. It was like the Time Power Rangers and stuff, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah, because there was the time one and the police one, and they did some crossing.
Yeah,
Because the police one had the dog man for no reason.
Yeah.
Dogman.
The
And
coolest
Also-
Power Ranger ever is also a guy with just a big blue alien dog head.
I'm not gonna lie, but what threw me off is we're going against pretty much vampires that are pretty much also werewolves.
It's an old vampire thing where they can turn into and control wolves.
Is that a thing?
It's mostly more modern stuff that have split vampires and werewolves into like opposing factions. But
Mm.
it's fairly common in fantasy for vampires to transform into and have control of wolves. Because even the guy in Red Dragon Inn, the vampire guy in there, he can turn into a wolf or a bat. But like wolf, bat, and mist are like three tropes that a vampire can turn into.
Yeah, I've heard of bat, and I've obviously bat, and I've heard of mist. I've never heard of wolf.
Yeah, it's a fairly common fantasy trope, but more
heard of-
modern stuff.
Like an underworld.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Well, those are called lichens, aren't they?
like
That's just another name.
yeah. Lycanthrope is the
Uh,
actual like
yeah.
classification of a werewolf.
Classification.
Yeah.
Ow! I bit my tongue.
So is there a difference between vampire and vampire?
Dialect typically.
Okay.
Mm,
Because it did mention vampire specifically in the letter.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just a dialect.
Okay.
Because they're meant to be all like Eastern European.
Yeah.
And you mentioned like the last names all sound the same. The way last names work is you take your parents' first name and then add something to the end of it.
Mm.
Because like where's the letter? Find it.
Yeah. Hold on. I had it here as well. So colon Indrovich is letter.
Yeah, Kolyan, and then her last name is Kolyan.
Okay.
And it,
I can't open it for some reason. Oh, it was
and I
just
think
delayed. What the fuck?
Kolyan Indrovich, I think his father's name is Indrov.
Okay. It's hard to open it because like I'm clicking on it to open, but it's just like not
Yeah.
responding.
You might have it downsized, and it's just like
I looked and
hard
I
to
just
see.
have my canon and I have my character sheet open. So
Weird. Maybe
yeah.
if I do that,
No, it's
can you
still
see it now?
nope.
It's probably hidden somewhere there.
It's messed up. But okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go sleep. Good night.
All right.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh God, I'm dying.
I'm gonna go ahead
So-
and end my stream here in a minute, so I'll be
Yep.
right back.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for stopping along. We'll chat with you guys later.